Why am I touching that? What is the assortment of items in here? Why is there a car in here? I feel like they returned this and like left shit in the box. The fact that this got accepted as a return, I thought like shit had to be unused. Here's the charger. I don't want to put this in my PC. I don't want to haul it. Let me do that real quick. I'll just leave that there to charge. We will get back to that. What if we get like Pokemon cards, something I actually like? This one is barely wrapped. Appears to be some sort of Christmas lights, or maybe they're, I don't know if they're Christmas lights. Whoa, 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 whoa! You ain't gonna plug them in. They look like nuts, or like grapes. Wow, I like that. They have different modes. Different modes on the grape lights. If I needed lights, I would use these. 5 out of 10, right in the middle. Cool. Okay, next item. I'm surprised, like this is the only shirt. I would love to take this off. Like I said, as a Bears fan, I don't really want to wear this much longer, but I'm sure we'll get another shirt. This one is books. Let's see what kind of books we got. We got Dear Manny, and we also got Jaden Animations. What? She's a YouTuber and she got a book? Wow, that's pretty cool. I like when YouTubers do like stuff outside of YouTube. Like they enter traditional media. I think that's pretty cool. Oh, and there's a little keychain in here too. Pretty cool. I mean, I like the sketchbook. I don't know what this book is about. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. 3 left, and then we got the expensive boxes. Let's go. This is really small, really tiny. It's pink. What might this be? Oh, hell no. Hell no, bro. Hell no. I'm not putting it on. I'll tell you what, you like this video right now. If this gets 50,000 likes, I'll post a pic of me wearing these. I'll give those a 2 out of 10. Next, we got no small box. It's a vibrator. That's definitely a vibrator, right? Can I show that? I mean, it has a diagram of a woman's naked body on the side of it. So I'll decline. I'll give this to a lady friend of mine. I'm sure she would appreciate it. 1 out of 10, though. I don't get any use out of that. Okay, last item, and then we're moving on to the bigger box. Underwear? Oh, this is like Christmas morning. You're just like, what did I get this year? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Bro, who made this box? Bro, what the freaky ass box, man? Are these all fucking underwear? What the? Stop telling me to put this shit on, bro. We're ending with another 1 out of 10. Box number 2, baby. Box number 2. We got 2 of these big ones. Let's see what's inside of them. Let's see what's inside of them. These were a lot more expensive. You know, by that metric, better item. All right, first item. Here's to be an article of clothing, but there's like a plug in it. Let's see what that entails. Maybe, oh, I'm wrong. It's a handbag. 20% women in the audience. Is this a notable brand? Is this something cool? Is this fashionable? Is this a cool design? I like it. What is the brand? Oh no, it has a price tag on it, bro. It's $40. 8 out of 10. What do we got? What are these? Oh, 4th of July coming up. Oh, there's more. Hey, okay. All right, good. Freedom. All right. And last? Okay. 4 out of 10. A lot of stuff in this box. We're gonna go quick. Oh, this is boring as hell.
One turn, I got them all in.
Boring as hell. I think this might be our first 0 out of 10. I mean, unless these are useful items, I don't know what these are for. I mean, somebody's gonna roast me for not knowing what these are. Oh, they're for, I think they're car parts. Maybe they're RC car parts. Dude, this is huge. All right, this is a new shirt. I feel it. This is a new shirt. Let's see. Taking the Lion shirt off. Ooh, size large. That's my size. That's my size. Let's see what we got. I'm putting it on no matter what it is. Oh, no. Oh, shit. I spoke too soon. Oh, it's winning. Yo, I don't know if that, I don't necessarily know if that's going to fit me. I don't necessarily believe that might fit. I feel like I got to take this shit. Oh, wow. Kind of like makes me look really slim. Tell me I don't got that shit on. This is it's my new style now. Pricing that, got a stylist. I just buy mystery boxes. There's also a brown one. Very, very cool. Same shirt in brown. And then also, last but not least, I think this is a t-shirt. Oh, it is.
This is why I can't play with you.
Women's clothing. We'll give it a 4 out of 10. Exotic loot. So far it's been some gray loot, you know? We're waiting to find the gold star in the box. Blue. My favorite color. What does that mean? Goddess pants and it's a bow tie? Are these women's underwear?
This is the last motherfucking game I'll play with you.
1 1 out of 10. What the hell is that? All right. Walmart, save money, live better. Let's go. Oh, they're tight. Thanks for educating me on that. I'm thinking this might be a shirt. Oh, it stinks. This was definitely one that was returned. It stinks. Some of these were like actually undelivered, but I guess some of these were just straight up returned. Either somebody wasn't feeling. Somebody's mom said no to this one. Freezing cold. Won't be putting that one on. It smells. 2 out of 10. Just like a brick of cocaine. It just looks like it's straight out of like Pablo Escobar's warehouse. Who knows what this could be? The address on top is another one right there. Okay. What am I looking at?
Go play the 20 and 9 ball.
Huh?
It's really good. Special.
Damn, I thought that would be the best because I saved it for last. But there's just too much of this fake grass. Put it on.
You'll make a bunch
What do you mean put it on? I'm gonna give that a 2 out of 10. Kind of a letdown. I would say the best for last. The biggest one this time? We got 2 big ones. Start with one of them. Here we go. This is a pillow. This is definitely a pillow. No, it's not. What the fuck do we have here, Chatters? This is a jacket.
You will.
What? No, it is. Look at that interior too. Look at that. That's very soft. Why is that? It is 102 degrees here.
I got more back there.
Glad it was fitted for the part. Find your own way. Okay? A little inspirational fit we got going on. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. The fact that this bitch is amazing. Breaking its sweat unboxing this shit. What is it? Dude, it's the most random set of items ever. This is literally one of those things you put in the microwave to cover your food. Am I wrong? Like, how do we go from a jacket to this? Oh, and it's broken. Yo, what the fuck? Who kicked this shit? You broke it? You dropped it on the table? I don't recall. Negative 1 out of 10? It's broken.
We'll eventually play each other on the floor.
Some musical notes on the pack. That a good sound?
As good as you played on your stack.
Oh.
You get 3 days per tournament.
It's one of those,
And you don't have to pay your time.
Dude, I've always wanted one of these. Check this out. Let's get some ASMR. Here we go. Everybody be quiet. That was nice. Should I talk? Should we make this an actual ASMR video? Count backwards for 10. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do it. Alright, this is cool. I will give this a 7 out of 10. Alright. No shot. Adjustable snap-on benches. I don't know if we're there yet, guys. I don't know if we're there yet. I did go to the dentist the other day, though. I have to get my wisdom teeth out. That would be a fun stream the day that happens. I think it'll be like next month. But yeah, the Unk thing, yeah, I don't think we're here yet. I don't think we're here yet. And to everybody calling me Unk, have fun getting drafted. How about that? The dentures get a 1 out of 10. You are the one getting drafted. They don't want me, bro. I am mentally ill. All right. What the dude? How many? Bro, what the freaky ass company? Freaky ass company, bro. What the fuck is this? I have to marry her.
Oh, what's this? You saw something for me?
Am I looking at this? Oh, what even is it, bro? Try it on. We good. We good. 1 out of 10. This one looks fun, strictly because of the wrapping. I have the exact, just by feeling this is maple shower syrup. There's no way another one got to. Bro, who buying those and just not getting them? And why do I have them now? Why do I have like $500, $600, something like that. Last package, pre-W or pre-L, Shaq. Everybody's saying L, that kind of mindset gets you nowhere. You gotta have high hopes. Gotta have high hopes. Oh, we also gotta check out the tablet after this too. There's a couple different things in here, so I'm gonna start with what's on top. Here we go. Oh, this might be ass. I don't know. That's potentially be cool, but it might be. Oh, I mean, not horrible. I mean, if I was 8 years old, that would be some grip. The material is not very high quality. What in the 2017? You're right. Hold on. Goodwill by the East. What is it? What brand am I looking at? What the hell? You're looking at Temu brand? Am I? Is this Tina? See what these are. These look like Converse, but they're like not Converse. Yeah, you can tell the material is not very, very great. You know, if I'm going to judge it.
go by the balls that are
So let's see what else we got here. Maybe something safe is good. Maybe something
Yeah,
safe
go
is good.
1, 2,
Whatever it is.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're playing 9 balls.
What is it? Just a little pouch? Why on earth did that come with screws? What the fuck are the screws for? What are the screws for? Just put random items together. And then we got, see what this is. Oh, hell yeah. A fake bait backpack. First day school fit picked out. What grade would I be in? I'm 20. Shit, this is my 10-year reunion. I just realized that the other day. This is my 10-year anniversary of graduating high school. It's actually probably like this week. I texted a bunch of people in my school. I don't think we're having it. Maybe I'll set one up and vlog it. I think that'd be pretty fun. I'll rate that package 4 out of 10. Oh, the tablet. Wait a second, Chad. We're about to turn it on. Oh, I thought it would be broken for sure. That looks scuffed as hell. Why does the Android logo look like it's a 240p? Android? Is this even a real Android tablet? Okay. Is that it? It just says the word Android and then turns off? Look, I'll give that a negative 1 out of 10. Horrible item. Was it worth buying Lost Package? I guess that's up for you guys to decide, because a lot of this stuff is going to be donated to Goodwill. We all know you're keeping it. Okay. Here's how much money I spent, and here's how much the items were worth. Was it worth it? Say no.
This cigarette, bro.
Whole 10. I'm almost at 100,000 followers on Twitch. The support been overreal. And as a token of my
Isn't it just that? Oh.
I asked you for your wildest, most unhinged steak recipes, and you did not hold back. From Cheeto-crusted ribeyes and ranch-flavored ice cream to microwave steak hacks and umami bombs, I'm testing it all. Are we about to discover the secret to the perfect steak? Or am I about to end up in the ER with severe food poisoning? All I want to do is let's find out. And starting off with the Krispy Kreminator from Lawrence in Minnesota. Honestly, I have no idea if it's going to be delicious or absolutely disgusting, but apparently this is Lawrence's once-a-month cheat meal, and it all starts with this beautiful tent. Now, he doesn't specify if we should season it or not, but to be safe, I'm going to hit it with some salt and black pepper. From here, we'll just get it wrapped in bacon, just like he says. Should have some nice richness to an otherwise lean tenderloin. This is the first part of the recipe that's leaving me a bit skeptical. He then says to paint on a sweet barbecue sauce. I normally would never do this prior to cooking, kind of risks burning and kind of takes away from that nice premium beef flavor. But today it isn't about me. We gotta follow these recipes to the T. We'll get it on the grill. And I know he said he smokes it with hickory. And I also know I said that we're following these recipes exactly. But this is where I draw the line. You already know we're smoking the barbecue. And of course, we'll also need some freshly baked Krispy Kreme donuts. Honestly, I don't know if there's anything better. It smells so good. I'm gonna let my intrusive thoughts win today.
What you doing, cuz?
I always wanted to try this. Make a tiny little munchkin out of a whole Krispy Kreme, turn it into a one-biter. That is just condensed, compact fun in donut form. Here goes nothing. Woo, baby! Let's end the whole video now. This is what I'm talking about. I'm getting out of here. I'm done for the day. Now, we get from the bottom bun down, that beautiful bacon-wrapped tenderloin, some caramelized onions, finishing it off with a top Krispy Kreme bun, and that right there should be an authentic Krispy Kreminator. It looks preposterous. I'm gonna try to slice this in half. You gotta see that cross-section. A perfect medium rare on that steak. Let's find out if subscriber recipe number 1 is worth it.
You know, I've seen a restaurant that had this. I didn't try it. I'm kind of pumped to try it now.
I love it.
So good.
I wasn't expecting to really like this, but I do. It's incredible.
I'm in meat heaven right now. This is insane.
Overall, this is sweet, salty. You get those onions. Everything is so good.
The barbecue sauce also works. I like the tang from the onions. If there was a crispy component, I feel like it would definitely be in the S tier. But because it doesn't, I feel like it's an egg.
3.
I can do an A. I think that's fair.
We're starting off very hot. That way we're ready.
How did he come up with it?
How did they shout it more? This right here is next up we have an absolute abomination. Full disclosure, this recipe was by someone who provided some of the most out-of-pocket ideas I've ever seen. This is one of many she sent that caught my eye. It's The Meat Book by Miss Frey in Sweden. She kept it simple. All she said was layers of different meat glued together. Fortunately, I got a bunch of meat, and I also got some meat. For the meat book, we got pork, emu, lamb, elk, ostrich, and cats. These are all things that can be cooked to roughly the same internal temp, so I'm hoping I've done some weird stuff on this channel, but honestly, this is a lot. And we'll start with a nice base of emu, and we'll throw down a layer of the meat glue. Lamb down, more of the glue, and a little bit of elk, glue, steak, little pork chop, and finally, the ostrich. I don't know if I should be impressed or concerned. We'll get this wrapped up and into the fridge to seal, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Just like that, it's been 24 hours. Let's see if this works. Oh, what's this cross-contamination from there? Look at that, we got some very strong seals going on. The only thing left to do is we'll just season her up. Make sure you get all sides. You want to get the emu, elk, steak side. I don't know if I'm excited or scared, but either way, the time is here. And one thing I can say for certain is that this is the very first time someone has ever cooked a pork Mula Austria Elkhouse steak, or at least I really hope so. That is just such a wild cross-section, but I have to say it does look very juicy, and clearly that meat glue worked very well in binding all the proteins together. Let's see what the team has to say.
Max, what the heck am I looking at right now?
I don't know if I want to answer that.
It's like a meat cake.
Dude, tastes good. Yeah. But mentally, it's so not chill.
Honestly, I love the vision. It's like tiered cake situation, and after the first bite, it's actually not bad. It's really just the aftertaste for me.
I agree. It actually doesn't taste bad. The biggest thing for me is the mental side. Like immediately, I put that in my mouth. All I wanted to do was throw up.
A big problem is that you don't get a crust on any of the internal layers, and that kind of helps the flavor of those meats. So you just get like slimy, gamey flavor with zero nice Maillard reaction in there. It's just not good.
You can't get it right off the
It's getting it now.
Next up, we have Thomas from Washington, D.C.'s Black Cube Steak. Now, apparently with this one, he guarantees flavor you can't achieve any other way. But when you hear this recipe, you might be skeptical. We start by getting this thick steak on the grill with 0 seasonings. Word for word, he says, you'll want a very thick steak so it doesn't overcook the center. You burn it. Cook in a 2,500 degree Fahrenheit oven until it's blackened on all sides. When I say blackened, I mean frickin' midnight, no moon. Well, here it is. Midnight, no moon. I think we achieved it. Now we'll remove that outer crust layer, leaving us with some completely raw meat inside, which is all part of it. This feels illegal, but now we'll touch up the edges, leaving us with, once again, essentially a completely raw steak. And now, just like Thomas said, we will finally season with salt, pepper, and garlic.
Damn,
from this abomination of a ribeye on both sides. And we'll get this back outside on the grill. From here, all we need to do is grill as usual and try to erase from our memory what we've already done to this. This steak has been through hell to get to this point, but it is finally time to slice. Nice medium rare internal, and I have to say, at least visually, it looks very tender and delicious. The Black Cube Steak.
Why is that actually good?
Extremely tender. For some reason, it is like more tender than a normal steak. The flavor is incredible. I don't know if you guys tasted the edges. You really get that charred flavor.
But it's not too much.
Dude, this is the juiciest steak I've ever had. It's got a really unique exterior, flavor, texture. It's honestly really good.
Absolutely not worth it. And we had to burn it. It led to a good final product, but you should not be doing this.
I was gonna give it a B+.
It's a B. Plus. Next Next up, we have Tony from Boston and the peanut butter jelly steak. I'm worried that this one might actually taste good. It starts with a medium rare steak. He didn't specify what type, so just went with ribeye. And from here, it's pretty straightforward. A healthy spread of peanut butter, a few slices of that steak, topped with some jellied bread, but we're not done yet. More peanut butter, this time some of that ribeye cap, and there it is, the steak and peanut butter jelly sandwich. And now the moment of truth. We're just gonna slice this right down the middle. No. That would be a psychopath move. We'll slice it right at an angle, like so. And that right there is a cross section. I don't know, there's something about the red jelly with the red meat. It's a little off-putting, but let's see how it tastes.
Really weird.
It's so good. It's really good. I hate how much I like this. Oh my god.
I really, really like this one. Salty, sweet, steaky, umami. It's like the perfect mix.
I think it's the peanut butter. Peanut butter makes everything better. I would take this over a normal PB&J, and I think I'd take this over a steak. Again, it could use a little more crunchiness. I need you guys to try this. What do you think? I might be crazy. All that said, it's gonna be a beauty. Okay, this next one's a mouthful, but we have a Cheeto-crusted ribeye with ranch ice cream and a spicy pickle syrup. There's it. Now, it may sound like stunt food, but the instructions that we were given were so specific that it kind of feels like a legit dish that this guy actually makes. We'll start by making our ranch ice cream. Cup of cream, half a cup of milk, cream cheese, and sugar. But now is when this ice cream starts to get we'll add onion powder, garlic powder, pepper, and dill. And of course, we have our buttermilk powder, for what he says, some extra tang. We'll get this all mixed up and let it show. Now let's make some ice cream. Add in that frozen insert, we'll pour in the cream, and we'll see if this works. I mean, it kind of looks like this thing is actually turning into ice cream. It's only been about 15 minutes, but I think it's done. It looks like it has a pretty nice ice cream texture. It's crazy how it looks. We'll just get it into a bowl, then into the freezer to finish freezing up. And I gotta go for a taste. It's like savory ice cream. I cannot believe that is good. And now for the spicy pickle syrup, we'll add a half cup of pickle juice. Little straggler.
That's an awfully big file you got there. They don't download that fast. Rome wasn't built 2 minutes before class.
What's the matter? You can just use AirDrop.
Oh.
You better get in there.
Hello, American friends. I'm your Chinese spy.
What's the difference when it's craft real mayonnaise?
I don't know. 21 to my American friend.
Here in the Midwest.
Regarding why there are no homeless people or poor people starving on the streets in China, let me put it simply. First, there are roughly 2 types of people who might be considered homeless. The first type are those
This
who,
job at
due to
Movember opened
various
up,
reasons,
which
have
is
lost their
a
ability to
global
work
charity
and their source of
dedicated to
income.
men's health.
People over 60
I
years
had an
old or under
opportunity to parlay some of my crypto philanthropy
years old with
experience,
no
and it
family
just felt like
to support them
serendipity.
can directly apply to be a recipient of the 5 guarantees. That means they're guaranteed food, clothing, medical care, accommodation, and funeral arrangements. They also get about $150 in living expenses each month, which can basically cover food.
Some sugar, some chili flakes, a little bit of honey, and some salt. And just reduce that down. We've reached a nice syrupy consistency. Let's move on to the steak. First things first, we need some Cheetos. There's nothing better. We'll get these all blended up for the coating of this abomination steak. And let's assemble our dressing. Combine our eggs with some mustard. I have to say, first time I've ever seen it. Steak in the flour, onto the egg wash. And finally, we'll completely coat in those flaming hot Cheetos, getting them all done. Let's fry. Wow, the color on this is looking fantastic. Zero burning is just browning up so nicely. And just like that, it should be done. I can't believe the Cheetos have maintained that nice red color, and it hasn't
To
turned
China
all
for
brown.
cheaper labor, leaving millions of Americans struggling. Corporate giants drained wealth from everyday people, while the government maintained the illusion of prosperity. As America focused on military interventions in oil-rich nations, China invested in manufacturing manufacturing,
That is
infrastructure,
one of the
and
craziest bites
technology.
of food I've even ever had.
America chose immediate
Savory
profits.
ice
China chose lasting
At
power.
first, I thought it was like kind of good because I just tasted the steak, and then the ice cream flavor hit me, and it was like blue cheesy and just oh
To me,
no.
this like opened up a whole new world of steak extraction.
I actually like the steak, but right now it did not do it.
I actually think this is nice.
I would totally go S on this.
I'd give the steak an A, that ice cream like an F. So probably be like a C.
One of the most creative and surprisingly delicious I've ever had. It's gonna be. Next up, we have Mike from San Antonio with the steak. Not a Pop-Tart, a steak tart. Of course, so it's the steak. Apparently, we're keeping it raw. Stir-fry seasoning with just salt. The next thing we do here actually makes sense. We're gonna sear it, but keep the inside completely raw. That's because we're gonna end up cooking it again. We just want that crust flavor. Salt's flying out of nowhere. Jeez Louise. Mike. Good. Salt's flying. As you can see, we've developed a really nice crust, but that is completely raw on the inside. Should be exactly what we're looking for. And we'll slice it up. Let me know in the comments, is there anybody out there who likes their steak cooked this rare? To me, there's a line, and in my opinion, this is just raw. Next, puff pastry down, and we'll roll it out. Just slicing like so to form the shape of our steak tart, starting with the cheese. Now those scrambled eggs, more cheese. Next, the essentially raw steak, a bit more cheese, and finally more puff pastry to seal in all that goodness. It's definitely very full. I really hope this doesn't explode. A little bit of flaky salt over the top, and we'll get it in the oven. And just like that, it should be good to go, and I can't lie, this looks way better than ours. Pretty excited about this topping. We have some whipped maple syrup and hot sauce for what should give us a sweet and spicy scent. Let's slice. Wow, I think we nailed this. The steak has come up to what looks like medium rare. Ooey, gooey. Let's go for a bite. Some actually looks incredible. Awesome.
That's really good.
That drizzle over the top, that'll be the best part.
I love puff pastry. Add some steak in there, add some eggs, cheese. That's a win.
Somehow the steak cooked perfect.
I feel like it's a solid A for me.
I'd give it like an A+.
I could go S. It doesn't quite have that X factor, but it is absolutely good. Another solid A. Okay, so this is probably my favorite submission of them all. This guy didn't give us a name. He just called himself The Unit, and it's the steak and bacon stir fry. It's exactly what it sounds like. We start with some slices of steak. I'm going with ribeye. And of course, a whole bunch of bacon, slicing this up into pieces like so. Just like he says, we'll start with the bacon, letting that render down. Just like any other well-rounded stir fry, now we'll add in the steak. That is a meat-on-meat stir fry. Letting that steak caramelize in all that bacon fat. While the bacon does have salt, I am going to throw in a little extra seasoning. That is the color we're looking for. And let's get this plated up. Just an absolute protein-packed plate of food. This is my type of meal. Perfect looking stir fry.
I love it.
I know you guys think, oh, he's Max the meat guy. Of course he's gonna say it tastes good. This actually tastes incredible because you have the really tender beef, but you also get the crispiness and the saltiness and the smokiness from the bacon. It just works so well together.
10 out of 10.
The steak actually has that yummy bacony flavor.
Man, the unit knows his stuff, man. There's been a lot of A's today.
People make some good food.
I was prepared for full-on disgusting stunt food. I'm pleasantly surprised. That is another A. Next up, we have Nathan from Alabama and his steak with Dale's marinade. Now, honestly, I've heard a lot about this marinade over the years, so I'm excited to try this. Gotta give this stuff a taste. Definitely smells heavy on the soy sauce. Very salty, but very flavorful. Steak in and get it completely coated. He says we should marinate for at least 45 minutes and that we won't regret it. And just like Nathan said, we'll let this marinate for about an hour. It should be ready to go. Let's see what we got. Whoa, and I can tell it is just significantly more firm. I'm a little worried this might not be tender anymore. It's like that much more firm. Though based on the color, I'm sure a lot of that flavor is penetrated. But either way, we'll get it on the grill. That marinade seems to really be helping with caramelization, but hopefully it won't lead to any burning. I have to say that color is looking on point, and the smell is amazing. Let's see how it tastes. I've heard a lot about this one.
A pretty unique tasting.
It reminds me of wrap. It's heavy on the soy umami flavor profile.
Coconut aminos or something like that.
Mixed with like almost a molasses, but it's pretty good because I do like bragg and like soy a lot.
I don't hate it, but I don't love it.
I will say I was expecting a bit more of a complex flavor profile, but by no means is it bad. It needs to be.
I can go C or B on this one.
I feel like
It was neat at a B, but definitely not bad. Next up from Ashley in Japan, we have the shiitake. And no, that name is not some sort of joke. We're using a bunch of shiitake mushrooms. And I actually have high hopes for this one because shiitake mushrooms, especially in dried form, just have so much incredible umami flavor. There's no way it'll be bad with steak. Let's get them in the food processor and nice powder. It almost smells like a ramen packet at this point. For the next step, Ashley says to season with salt as well as black pepper. And we'll make sure to get both sides. Now we add a bunch of that mushroom powder. She didn't specify how much to use, so I'm going ahead. We got it fully seasoned. I think this should be perfect. Into the sous vide bag and into the sous vide at 135 Fahrenheit for 2 hours. And just like that, we should be good to go. We'll crack it open. Smells incredible. Wow. We'll pat it dry, and she does actually say to remove some of that exterior. I don't want to remove all the flavor, but I will clean it up. And time to sear. Looks like we are getting some good color. Mushrooms don't seem to be burnt. Just like any sous vide steak, we have a perfect edge-to-edge doneness. Maybe a little closer to medium than medium rare, but it definitely looks good. Very nice.
such a unique savory flavor, like packed with umami.
It's actually a little under umami.
I actually love it.
I can taste the umami, but I wish there was more. Like, I wish we didn't wipe it off.
I really like the flavor. Yes, a slight umami flavor. It really fell short.
I'm surprised you like it so much.
I'm surprised you guys don't get the flavor that much.
At first, I was thinking it'd be like at most a C. Now that I'm tasting the edges more, I think it could be a B.
I still don't really love this one. I feel on the C.
I give it an A.
What that means is we'll meet at a B. And next up, we have the sour apple steak from Anthony and Jesse. And this one's pretty sweet. Literally just covering the steak in apple juice along with some freshly squeezed lime. Kind of hoping this will taste like a sour orchard. You know it's going to be a good day when you're lemon slashes. And just like Anthony said, we'll let this soak for 2 hours. Our 2 hours are up. Let's check on the steak. You can tell it's really quite a bit. Almost has that metallic look to it that you see sometimes with like raw tuna. But surprisingly, it still has a pretty nice red color. Moisture is the enemy of a good sear, so I'm just patting it very dry. And we'll season it up like normal with just salt and black pepper. And we'll get it on the grill. Due to all that moisture, time getting a strong crust on the steak, even though this grill is ripping hot right now. Well, maybe not the best crust of the day, but of course, is how this thing actually tastes. It is really juicy.
Really juicy and it tastes really weird.
The fact that it's like a lemon cream dessert in a weird way.
Whoa.
I'm not eating
Can we get a little replay? Did Kyle just sneak a strawberry during the steak taste test?
I hate it.
The one thing it's lacking is the crust. Because it was fully submerged in that liquid, it was almost impossible to get a really crunchy exterior. The flavor is subtly sweet, it's not too sour.
I like tangy stuff in general, but it's kind of weird on a ribeye. I'd probably give it like a C.
I'm feeling a solid B.
This next one honestly sounds diabolical, but Pablo in Arizona has his taste. It's rare that the microwave spits out great food, but apparently that's what we're using today to make this omelet. Either way, we'll start with some chopped steak. Now we'll throw that steak into a bowl. We'll add the onions and the peppers. Next, we'll throw in the eggs. Doesn't specify how many. I'm here with 4. It doesn't say to do this, but I am going to because there's no way this would be good without any seasoning. I'll just give it a mix, kind of, I guess, form the omelet. I'm not going to knock it until I try it, but the fact that there's no sear whatsoever on the steak is just concerning. Into the microwave, and let it cook for 3 minutes. Honestly, it smells pretty good. Yeah, it's definitely not fully cooked. I'll let that go for that. still definitely.
A few moments later.
I mean, at this point, it's gotta be. Check it out. It cooked through.
What the
but
fuck?
The color on this is not very appetizing. And time for the moment of truth. To be honest, it looks more like a sponge than an omelet, but I'm gonna do my best to
Yeah, I don't think.
That cross section is not looking much better. Let's go for a taste. I mean, the flavor's not perfect.
You get that pepper and onion?
It's seasoned well too. The texture is good though.
I think I'd say the flavor is pretty nice, but the way it's all cooked is not nice, and it just kind of ruins the dish.
To me, this is like 75% as good as a regular omelet. Like, it has a lot of the good components, but it does have some drawbacks. Like, the steak is completely overcooked.
There's no crust, so you don't get that extra flavor and crunch. It just really falls short.
And this is
I go B or F, honestly.
I was gonna go like a low C.
B, don't make this. This one actually looks like a somewhat legit recipe. We have the Old Bay steak from Steven in Maryland. He claims this is a common steak trick in Maryland. And of course, start with a good amount of Old Bay seasoning, followed by a bunch of hot sauce to infuse. I hope this doesn't turn out way too salty or way too spicy, just getting it all combined. And we'll let this soak for a few hours. And let's see what we got. Thing is a lot more firm to the touch. Kind of makes sense that acidic sauce has been kind of breaking down the meat. It does look a lot more gray. I really hope it's still juicy. Old Bay and hot sauce already have a bunch of salt in it, so we're just gonna get this baby directly on the grill. Looks like we're getting a pretty decent char on here, despite all the moisture from the hot sauce, and I have to say it smells incredible. Let's see how this thing tastes. Whoa, whoa. I do not think this one will be good.
That's the kind of marinade I like.
You get that kick, you get that meatiness.
It's the Old Bay. Like, the hot sauce does give you a little bit of heat, but combined with the Old Bay, it's like seasoned. You get a lot of different flavors in there. I'm shocked by how basic this is, but how good it is. This might be the best one of the day for me. And it's a shocker because it's only 2 ingredients.
It's a little bit basic, but it's also, maybe it's like perfect simplicity. I think this is a solid A.
I'm okay leaving at A if we can all agree that this is our best A of the day. There will be an S tier, I agree. So this is one I've actually been meaning to try for a while. We have the ramen steak by Nightic in the United Kingdom. And this one is really as simple as it gets. All we need from the ramen pack is the beef ramen seasoning packet. This is literally all we're gonna use for our seasoning. Using the whole thing here and getting both sides completely covered. That right there honestly smells absolutely incredible. We gotta see what's in this. Enriched wheat flour, sodium carbonate, quinoa, palm, sodium, beef fat, riboflavin, folic acid, vegetable oil, hydrolyzed wheat protein, hydrolyzed soy protein, potassium carbonate, soy sauce, and there's still more that I can't pronounce. I understood like 10% of this. Let's see if it's good. We're just gonna forget the fact that this steak appears to be essentially covered in various poisons and admire that beautiful crust we were able to achieve. It looks very juicy. I get a lot of almost like MSG type flavor. Definitely missing something. I think it's missing salt. Like regular, just straight up salt.
Yeah, I got like ramen flavor for a tenth of a second, and then the flavor went right away to a bland steak.
Very good, and it does taste like ramen, but it's just missing salt. I think it deserves soup.
I mean, I can live with the steak.
That's just me. Next,
Hola.
we have a manual from Connecticut with the cow chicken fried. And what we'll need is some cow chicken, and you guessed it right, chips. Get our chips crushed up. Find out how to dry roast those chips. Just like he says, this is the garlic powder, the egg wash, crushed chips. Pressing it in, and into the oil. It's essentially a chicken fried steak situation. I'm hoping the smoky chips will give it a piece together. As it's good, let's go for it. See, I can already tell this egg crust itself is not really absolutely.
I thought I bought eggs.
This dish right here did not work. Right off the exterior,
I'd probably give it like
steak. Needless to say, I'm skeptical of this one, but it's tasted on these for a very long time. And tasting is there's no. I'll start by counting them all out, followed by an oil butter steak, and now I'm essentially just seasoning the steak with the butter. As long as this thing doesn't burn, I kind of think this thing may actually taste good. Thankfully, this time we're not. It seems like a lot of that seasoning is sticking on the steak. It really doesn't look that bad. There's, of course, a very unnatural blue color on the exterior. Honestly, it's pretty safe.
Do you taste the tacos?
I taste this bad. None of them suck the steak off. Other than back to this thing.
The Takis are just a punch of flavor, and I don't get that in the steak. I'm surprised.
As a small business owner, ever wish you had more time to focus on growing your business? Try Intuit QuickBooks. It brings in business opportunities with automated bookkeeping.
under the sun. Looks like he's throwing on the smoker. Sheet a little bit smoky flavor. At least visually, this is
Okay.
it is just completely falling apart. It's not past the vent test. I really want to see how this tastes. And starting off with a whole brisket. Now we are going to make a few adjustments to do this video to see if we can make this. Start by hitting it with a little Worcestershire binder, get both sides. I'll see if I can get this baby into a sous vide bag. Just like that. Double backed up just to be safe. And let's look back at the hot tub. Only cooking to 130 Fahrenheit, so this plastic bin should be okay. And we also have 2 sous vides in the jar. And in with the brisket. Now, here's the thing. We are not going to cook this for 31 days. We already know what's going to happen if we do that. Babies? I still want to try and push the boundaries. We're going to see what happens if we sous vide this for 100 full hours. I've never done that before. I've never even seen it done before. So honestly, I have no ideas. It is Friday at 11 a.m. What this means is I'll see you guys at some point on Tuesday afternoon. See you guys. I cannot believe the day is here. It's officially been exactly 102 hours. I really hope. Everybody else in this room thinks this smells funky and not in a good way. Personally, I think it just smells like cooked beef. We'll have to see if this thing's sold. So much liquid coming out of this thing after those 4 days. This is what she's looking at. You see how it's gotten a lot smaller in size. Most of that due to this insane amount of liquid. You have to say it's dry as possible. This small. And the more weird, the more I have no idea if this is wrong. Time to get it on the smoker. And I know it doesn't look that good right now. But what? Alright guys, 4 additional hours of smoke. And mine is looking absolutely incredible. It should be rare. The only thing left to do is wow. Is it juicy? Yes, it is. Usually very dry, difficult to cook correctly, very different texture than I'm used to. It's most certainly not falling apart, something I was very worried about given how long it was. See if it passes that test. That is perfect. The only thing left to do is see how it tastes.
Is this hot?
Don't judge a book by its smell.
It smells like something went wrong.
We've really guessed it was way worse.
Let's look back in time.
Seriously, awesome. There was a turtle egg.
It's hot. Burger made out of butter.
There was a bug burger. I don't take a bite.
It's so soft.
Definitely too strong.
It's mush.
It's medium rare.
It's not wrong.
It tastes like someone pre-chewed some brisket and put it in my bag. It's like what the birds do for the babies.
It's like pate, but dry.
All-time worst texture I've had on soup right there. It's clear from I'll give it an F-.
I'd give it a 6.
Fortunately, today is going to be a deep review. A good million views on this Jake's Perfect Sandwich. Debone the cornish beef. If you're going to try this at home, just use other chicken fries or something. You already have it working. Okay, so steak and chicken, I understand. Now we're adding lobster to the mix. Or a steak, and then we're throwing it for about 10 minutes. And I feel like that makes it a bit more elegant and stay crispy. Butchering the steak and stuff in my eyes until finally I yield to salted face water. I don't need to harvest that. Cheers. Unless there's a first for everyone, the bird from the window. Cucumber slice the laying our
steak on top of this thing, so that'd be a little precarious. The real teardrops with salt, and of course about half a pound of bacon.
Bacon does make everything better. It's like how easy there's that one. I can't lie to it. Let's give it a shot. And it all starts off with a beautiful steak. We'll get it with some salt and black pepper. To the sous vide bag, herbs in, and we'll see. 135 Fahrenheit. What you doing? 135 Fahrenheit in the sous vide. Let's debone. I've deboned plenty of chickens on this channel. Never one this small. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, this is significantly harder than doing it with the chicken. Everything is just on a microscopic level. It's absolutely man. That was not easy. We still got a little wishbone attached here. All right, Sophia, if you win, we're going to choose one person down in the comments and give them 5 free guys. How does this keep happening? If someone's getting lucky, comment down below. Now to season it simply with salt, making sure to get both sides of that completely boneless one shot. Now instead of roasting this, we're actually going to try deep frying it to get better color. That is the color rule. And time for the lobster. Making lobster meal. So we actually don't need any of the lobster meat itself. We only need the shell. Perfect opportunity to see if I still got it. What are the chances are I can slice this perfectly in half with
I'm about to fucking roll up.
Look back to the fields on thousands of days of the love.
Bruh.
America's favorite strawberry yogurt, made with real fruit. It's a good syrup.
Look at this. That thing is perfectly in half. Look at my shoe into the wall. Pretty good. And lobster way better. Shell into a blender, oil, and we'll blend that up. There we go. Fresh. Into a pot, and we'll cook it. And now for the most difficult step of the day, I'm currently now need to try and extract some tears. We're going to start with some onion. This is not something I suggest anyone does. Oh, wow. That's questions. That just walks through. Wow. This is insanely painful. That is your psychopath. I love it. Did I get one? You got one drop. See that? Let's move on to the next step. We'll start with the cream cheese on both sides, pickles on one side, fresh dill on the other, hard-boiled eggs over the pickles, bird nestled on top. It's almost like you blade those eggs. Next up, some cucumber, sweet onion. It's getting ridiculous, but the tomato goes on top of that. Next up, the sous vide steak. We've also seared. For the salt, we need our teardrop, our giant stack of bacon, some of that lobster shell aioli that we made with the lobster, right over all that dill. We'll close it up. That right there is a sandwich. This is giving me major flashbacks to the last time we were doing one of the chicken sandwiches. No idea if this is sliceable. Give it a shot. Right, yes, you feel this is definitely a glove situation.
Let's say you took about 6 different dinners, threw it under a bun, and I guess that's what you kind of did. It's absolutely amazing.
I love the bacon, I love the dill.
Textures, flavor. Genuinely, it's an amazing sandwich. It's obviously stunt food, but it actually works.
It's always a teardrop.
I thought food for us, the teardrop on this one. I was going to say the same.
there is incredible and quite easily the most shocking S-tier meat dish that we'll ever see. And we have made it to the one and only Nick DiGiovanni with his 44 million view ultimate steak crust.
I recently saw this video of his seared peppers, but what if we did a regular steak?
Okay, first of all, Nick, you gotta choose a steak with better muscle.
Now we do pan with some oil.
That is a lot of work. Okay, the crust does look pretty good, but I really hope it didn't overcook.
If you do this, I use a cleaner steak, a little over.
A little maybe an understatement. Let's try it out first. Okay, guys, I know I was sort of talking smack about Nick's steak. Ours doesn't look that much better, but at least it's pretty thick and has decent. Just like Nick said, I'll start by scoring one way like so. I will come across the other angle, and I think that looks pretty good. Season with Osmo, just like he said. And it's time to sear. Oil in, then we'll add the Nick DiGiovanni special steak crust steak, followed by a regular control steak to see which one's best. Throw in a bit more oil, use a lot. Give it a flip. Wow, that is actually looking incredible. Almost looks like a perfectly seared duck. Both the crust look great at this point. I actually don't know which one's going to taste best. And here we have the ultimate steak crust. Super dark mahogany color. It's looking very good, specifically on the outer layers there. But I will say that in the slices, it's a little bit gray. We'll have to see how that plays. I'm happy to see that what it did. The exterior doesn't seem to effectively cook on the steak, and it looks good. Of course, we have our regular control steak. You've seen this one before, and like always, it is. Let's start with this steak right here. It's like a perfect steak. What do you guys think of the crust? Perfect. Now let's move on to number 2.
What's up with that crust?
I'll let this better.
I like that it's actually crunchy. Like the corners of the slips are crispy like this.
Very pronounced crust, and you kind of get it in every bite.
And I bit the crust like 3 times.
Safe to say that that is actually a significantly better steak. I think we got to put this in A tier. It's worth trying. We have made it to Chef Guso. It's 2 pounds of salt on 2 pounds of steak with 69 million views. This is nice. How much salt? Too much salt. They really have to calculate that. Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, to be fair, this is actually raw fat with me. Basically, when it seasons everything's like that makes sense. We are adding a lot of salt here. So he's going with 2 steaks on top of each other. With a full big 2-pound steak, just nice looking crust. This one should be very interesting. Starting with a big boy ribeye. This thing is closer to a prime rib steak. That is fair. So we started by seasoning with an herbaceous rub. But the key here is not adding any salt at this stage. Also hit it heavy with a bunch of garlic and lime for salt.
Yeah.
Extremely unnecessary.
I was going to.
This is also extremely unnecessary, but again, we got to. And let's give it a mix. We've reached a really nice clay cement-like texture. It should. Does anyone remember George the Snowman? Every snowman must eventually meet the snowman.
Yeah.
Layer 1 down the steak, and it will completely cover the steak. And just like that, it should be done. Let's crack it. And let's sear. At this stage, it's essentially been steamed, so this step is critical in shooting the crust. Let's slice it. Maybe a bit closer to medium than medium rare. That is a pretty nice edge-to-edge doneness, all things considered.
I love the herbs.
Very strong.
Perfect seasoning.
This is something you've done before, and the way you describe it is fully seasoned. You think it'd be way too salty, but for whatever reason, you salt crush something, it just brings out the flavor in the best way possible, and it actually works.
It really allows you to get a good crust on the outside too, because that salt is just dry brine. That exterior, this is incredible.
1, 2, 3, hey. These are both beef. People are smoking. We're going with a bee. Let's move on. With 70 million views, we have the 7-day honey-cured steak from Maxim. That's me. Let's revisit our 7-day cured steak. The key was seasoning before the honey, heavy with salt and pepper. That was actually just a prime grade porterhouse. It wasn't my favorite for the moment. Crazy. Season again. Now I know you guys watching these things. That steak is just way too sweet. There's no way it tastes good. I promise you, it's absolutely phenomenal. But this time, you already know we gotta take it to the next level. This is a massive Wagyu A5 ribeye. It's gonna be like 5 pounds. Marbling is ridiculous. First thing we need to do is season it heavily with salt, giving it a few hours to marinate. This is critical to balance of this business. And now let's assemble the honey. And we'll need a lot. No clue if this is going to be worth it, but just adding in some freshly shaved black truffle, followed by some dehydrated black truffle, and all the ingredients. And just like that, we're left with some stunning color. And it has been 6 full hours of dry brining, and it's crazy because it doesn't even seem like that salt has penetrated at all. It's completely dry to the touch, but there's so much fat, I think the salt is having a hard time actually absorbing. We'll have to see if that salt flavor comes through by the time it's done. But either way, steak in, we'll cover in a sweet cocoon of that truffle honey coating all sides. And we'll let this cure for a few days. We'll see you in a couple days. Alright, guys. 7 days, that is 168 hours. Time to check on that black pig. Let's see if I can get this out. Oh man, it is so thick. This is crazy. The honey's cold at this point, so it is so much thicker than usual. But it doesn't have any obstacles, things like that. Damn. Just remove the excess. This is so good. It was a dry ride or a dry ride. I know this thing is going to be sweet, so we already seasoned once. And again, it's fun. Salt. I am just really praying that this is not a 7-day, $1,000 disaster.
Oh.
And we'll start from the cool side to slowly smoke and bring it down. We reached 125 internal. Let's now shift to the hot side for just a liquid flame. The last looking absolutely. I mean, the color is just perfect. Slicing into it, it has what looks like a nice medium rare, but still a lot of excessive. Now we'll slice up the best part, that calf muscle. This looks like one of the craziest pieces of meat. I cannot wait to try this.
Dude, does it taste like lobster?
What? What happened? What the fuck? My weed pen. You might have to get up for a second. You might have to get up for a second. Teacher? Never mind, I found it. I found it. You might want to make sure it's set to the right time. Because I changed it this morning.
What did you change it to?
9 o'clock. Well, yeah.
Take a look at that crust. There's
Huh?
I think I said something. I'll be wondering why I'm getting up at 9:30.
Man. I did it.
Ground beef and a tongue. Almost eating out the beef as it goes dough. Trying to get it to the final form. Royal cooked. Perfect. We'll let it with salt and a bunch of pepper. And we'll get them how they were. 2 absolutely massive hunks of meat in this video. I'm doing my best to get good color on each without the patty falling apart. Well, also, can't forget the toast of the and special sauce, bunch of onion, tomatoes, a ridiculous amount of crispy bacon, some layers of avocado, lettuce. Next, the burger monstrosity that's literally the size of my head. The jumbo tomahawk, cheese, that will get nice and mushy. The sweet potato fries, and we'll close it up. Try to be like Chef Rush. There's no way someone can take a full bite of this. Let's slice. That right there is a concept. Guys, let me know down in the comments. That burger raw or Turkish? 1, 2, 3. Kyle, 1, 2, 3. Right. It actually tastes good.
I will say, I love the flavors. I love the avocado and bacon.
That sauce, too. Good burger sauce actually makes a huge difference. It's an S tier for fun and creativity, but it's an F for practicality. Which sadly means I think it's a C for the emphasis. Bon appetit, bon bench. Next up, we have steak tacos with Ian, and so we got Chef Rush in the building. You already know it's going to be intense. Nice sear in the pan. Ian is always on point with those nice. Look at the size of that watch on Chef Rush. That is a large they both do. Perfect medium rare. Pretty simple, but this video has 98 million views. We got it. And starting off with flank steak, definitely an underrated cut. As those really long muscle fibers seem half cut it against the grain was perfect for tacos. They went super fast.
Damn.
It looked like some combination of salt, cumin, onion, garlic, beef, chili powder, and black pepper. But key to Chef Rush, if you're watching, please let me know exactly what it was down in the comments. Let's get it on the grill. Looking frequently to get some nice color on it. I'd say so far so good. Let's slice. A nice medium rare, sliced against the grain. This steak is super tender. I can't remember. What's the side? Beef, avocado, salsa, and lunches. Simple, but looks and smells amazing. This might be a hot take, but I actually prefer the tortilla on the fly, but it is a phenomenal cut.
The toasted flavor is nice. However, it does get a little bit too greasy.
Honestly, I think the salsa is what puts this one over the top for me. It is so good.
I agree with those points, and I do think it is quite delicious. It's a very well executed taco, but it's missing something to put it over.
I think Feed is a good store for a basic, delicious taco.
And we have made it to our very first video over 100 million views. It's Bayashi with this rare steak and cheese. We're already starting off in the wrong direction. Is that American wrapped cheese and pumpkin filling? What is the world? Wow, we actually have Bayashi speaking in a video. That is really funny. His name is Jim Zalika. He handles Asia, I handle America. We've talked a few times, but let me know if you think we should collab with him. So it's pretty clear to me that he is not Asian for a full 40 days. That's like 24 hours max. Nice crust. To be honest, it looks a little raw. It's a questionable sandwich to say the least, but let's give it a shot. So I actually have no idea what cut Bayashi actually used for this, but just to be safe, I'm using this. It's lean, but the most tender cut on the cow, considered by many people. What I'm going to do is remove the tail, which is this right here. Next, I'll remove the head, which is this part right here. And what we're left with is the prize center cut, aka the shepherd's tail. This right here is generally the most expensive part of the cow, and for some reason today we're covering it in American cheese. Bayashi. Okay, so don't tell Bayashi, but I am actually going out of order with this. To season it before I add the cheese, but it's all part of it. I'm gonna lay down the cheese slices, almost a checkerboard pattern. I'll lay on the tenderloin, and I'll very carefully roll it up. Ripping off the edges there, and that. And into the fridge to age. Alright, we've let this thing age for about 30 hours, which I'm pretty sure is longer than Bayashi did it. Now what he did was actually take off the cheese, but I think it's more interesting if we just leave it on. So the only thing left to do is get it to the grill. And just like that, it has been smoked to perfection, and it is delicious. It's actually a pretty furnace here. That's weird. Okay, well, we do at a minimum have a nice medium rare internal, but your guess is as good as mine as to whether or not the exterior will taste good, or if I completely agree with this. And we'll assemble our sandwich. Just slapping on some thin slices of our beef cheese combo, or what easily is the most bizarre steak and cheese sandwich I've ever had.
Why do I like this?
I was so ready to hate on this dish. It's really good.
This is like the perfect grilled cheese with steak.
Nothing about this sounds right, but if this is wrong, I can't even say it, but I think it's worth covering the meat and cheese and the smoke. But what I will say is that that is not exactly what Bayashi did. He actually removed the cheese. This deserves an S or an A, but his specific dish doesn't have that cheesy element. As much as I like this sandwich,
I agree. If this didn't have smoke flavor, I think it would be a lot worse.
still very solid. Should give it a B for Bayashi. To me, it made it possibly the most viewed steak video on the internet. 325 million views. That is just mind-boggling. You already know it's caliber. Okay, Chef Rush has brought out the meat. Has the tenderloin. And it's not something I have to see on one. Well, this is my type of cake. You're gonna have a cake. Might as well. That's a lot of caviar. This is really expensive. There's just a lot of yolk in there. Well, it's time to find out, does the most viewed steak video of the day actually taste good? And we'll start with some of that leftover. Starting with some nice thin slices here, then I'll get them chopped up into little bite-sized pieces with a little soy sauce, sesame oil. Freestyle at this point, we're going to get with a little gochujang, some ginger, garlic, lemon juice, bit of seasoning, and sesame seeds. And now we mix. And it's a bit of honey. Now we go for the taste.
No, bitch. Oh.
From the smallest to the biggest brisket in the world, today we're cooking every exotic brisket. What I have in front of me is the craziest assortment of meat we've ever seen on this channel. Gasoline mixed with burnt dirt from the yard. This is a regular beef brisket. Once cooked, it is extremely juicy, the best of the best. This will be our North Star as we explore how these exotic briskets. Believe it or not, we're starting out with a coyote brisket. At just 0.33 pounds, it is the smallest brisket of the day, and it's literally the same size as a can of coke. Crack her open, first time seeing coyote brisket. Come on, don't start that shit. This is bad, that's the hog bladder. This shit comes from. This is the thinnest piece of meat that you've ever seen. So today we have two of each animal's brisket. The first is a control which will be cooked traditionally like a normal Texas barbecue. Seasoning with salt and pepper, smoking low and slow until exactly 175 Fahrenheit internal before wrapping in tin foil. Then continuing to cook until 2 or 3 Fahrenheit internal or tender. Then finally letting it. These are the exact steps we use to make the traditional brisket, so what we're going to do each time. Now for the non-control briskets, we have something extremely special planned for each, starting off by turning this bad boy into coyote brisket. Now I'll get started on the hog. Historically, when we've tried coyote on this channel, it was excessively meat, so I'm hoping that soaking the flakes will brine and neutralize those hog flavors. And we'll let this soak for a few days. It has been exactly 2.5 days, and it should, to be honest, kind of looks like a weird Frankenstein experiment, but as the video progresses, the briskets will get even crazier until we finally get to a brisket that costs over $2,000. They're nice and dry, and I will say the extremely off-putting smell has been muted, which is a good sign. Do a little bit of trimming here, there's so much silver skin, some peel split away. As we give ourselves the best chance of success, I'm actually going to roll this up. Hopefully it will keep any of the juices that might be in there to a good thing to eat and have a quick one. And I'll just tie it up. This here is the stock. No salt in this rub, it's just to give it a really nice color and some flavor. I'm real heavy on the seasoning, smallest brisket of the day, meet the smallest smoker of the day. I give you the mini smoke master of 5 things. Put in the charcoal, and forget about that applewood, and with that beautiful coyote pastrami, and we'll let that smoke. And just like that, it's been a little over 3.5 hours. Our coyote pastrami is pro tender, and it should. I mean, this thing is absolutely tiny, but for reference, this is 100 times smaller than the biggest brisket we've eaten. That's not looking very appetizing. It's almost like a weird looking meat. It's like we learn to never judge a book by its cover. With our coyote pastrami resting, it is finally time to slice into that. Here she is. To be honest, this is a sad looking person. Well, being real, the color doesn't look bad at all. It reminds me of orange. And let's check out that cross section. So obviously, this is way too thin, but I'm crazy that this still looks like that is full of really close. There's even a little stick. There's also a little leftover hair. You can see the seam of fat between the flanks, just like you find on a beef brisket. Needless to say, that does not pass the bend test. We are completely frozen. Questionable if this coyote brisket is even good, but what is unquestionably badass is this brand new Galstron knife. I want one of you guys to have it, so one subscriber who drops a comment is going to get chosen, and who knows, you might get one. Because I just have a funny challenge for each of these animals. I want you guys to give me your best impression of what they sound like. Whoever gets the most amount of animals right is a free multiple state trip to the on me. And it's going to start coyote. Yeah, pretty good.
I think it's like a hyena.
The real one. Alright guys, hope you're hungry.
This smells terrible.
Oh my god.
That could kill somebody. That might be dangerous.
Gasoline mixed with burnt dirt from the yard. It tastes like the bird section of the pet store. But I will say what's crazy is it looks like a brisket. You see the flat and you see that fatness.
If there was a pro, the texture is interesting. It's a tender feel.
Yeah, the texture actually did bother me.
Let's move on to the non-control. Can we agree that it's 17.5 times better?
1,000,000% better, but then once you start chewing, you actually get the real flavor, and it is just so bad.
I'm never eating this again.
We are starting with that, and there's no question.
I want someone in the comments to genuinely tell me if they might be coyote. Because people always say, oh, you didn't cook it right, this, that. There is no chance this tastes good in any dish.
Next up, we have lamb at just 0.41 pounds. It's of course still significantly smaller than regular brisket. However, if you look closely, you can see some familiar muscles. I'm not positive, but I believe this is the flat, whereas this section here is the more fatty original. It even has that layer of fat over the top that we're used to seeing on brisket. Like always, for the control, we'll get it seasoned up, and we'll get it on some. And for our non-control, we have something very unique. We're actually going to attempt to make lamb brisket for sure. It's a 2-step process that starts by curing and essentially just salt and sugar, getting it completely covered. And into the fridge you go. Just like that, it's been 24 hours. It should expect it to cover our buried treasure. Probably a bit wet to the touch. Just so thin now, I'm sure that salt was cold. I'm just going to breeze it off with some water to remove the excess salt. Now I'm just going to as quickly as possible roll this up. I want to avoid any air pockets or bacteria growth. We'll just tie it up, keep it all nice and tight. All consolidated into one nice package, hoping it'll dry out. Square up outside, as well as these flaps here. They could be a source of bacteria growth. That was we got it attached to its hook and into the curing chamber. Well, guys, it has been 2.5 extremely long weeks. I think our lamb brisket prosciutto, over the past 2.5 weeks, it's lost about 25% of its weight, which honestly is on the lower end of what it needs to lose to still be edible. So we'll see how this goes. Now, very firm to the touch, but most interesting to me is it looks like it's actually developed some white mold, which should actually be a sign that this worked well. I am blown away by how this appears to have turned out. Cutting extremely thin like we would any other cured meat. And before we give it a taste, let's check on that meat. It only took 2.5 hours to reach its target temp, but the bark looks good. Slicing into it, smoke ring is basically as thick as the entire brisket. Take some more slices, flat, and just like a regular beef brisket, we'll twist the point, slicing it against the grain. It's just wild how the anatomy is the exact same, but like a fraction of the size. Not gonna lie, it actually looks kind of juicy. What's the difference in lamb or sheep?
I have literally.
This should be effective.
Really good.
All bark right? There is a way stronger bark, almost like jerky, but still very tender on the inside. It's unique, and I really like it.
I agree. It's very jerky-esque.
Lamb brisket.
It is a tad bit salty, but honestly the texture is really great. It reminds me exactly of like a pepperoni or prosciutto, and that fat to meat ratio is really
When I first saw all that fat, I thought it was a little too gamey, but it just smells really good.
I mean, I don't like it, but I don't hate it. I think Chris Feldman and like cooking it actually kind of like lamby bacon. Bacon, if you will.
If you like lamb, you'll definitely like these.
That right there is it. Next up, we got beaver brisket. Just incredibly gamey smell to it. Sort of reminds me of the coyote, except it's a bit bigger, still quite thin. My thought is what we're looking at here is basically the whole chest section. There's that extremely thin part on the side. It's a little bit thicker over here, which I assume is more of like the traditional brisket. If you look super close, we can have a little hair on it. Be sure to save that for pie. We'll season up the control with salt and pepper. We'll get it on the smoker and move on to our non-control, where we're attempting a beaver brisket sausage. For this one, we'll need to grind, as well as we'll be making some hog sausages. You guys might remember in a recent video we used hog bladder for chicken. This is a different part of the digestive tract. It smells a lot less bad than the hog bladder, but it's still pretty rough compared to some cheese. Either way, we gotta let them soak. And we'll break it. Because this beaver is so lean, I am adding a bit of pork fat to the mix. It should not only help with juiciness, but also hopefully help with flavor, because honestly, I have no idea how this beaver meat is going to taste. I have to say, it does look a lot more appetizing now that it's ground up. I will say the grinding process definitely brought out the smell. A bit of with salt, along with a variety of classic German sausage seasonings like mace, marjoram, garlic, and nutmeg, finishing with some water to help tie those proteins. And I give you the Meat Master. This thing has handled a lot of meat this day. The beaver is a first. We'll load her up. We'll see if we can successfully insert it. It's nasty work, but it sounds good.
As a small business owner, ever wish you had more time to focus on growing your business? Try Intuit QuickBooks. QuickBooks brings key business tools under one roof with automated bookkeeping, payments, and payroll, and AI-powered tools to help you save time and stay organized. Plus, QuickBooks.
And let's try. Oh, yeah. We'll tie her up, and I have to say, I am very happy with that. Just some simmering water to help bring it up the clamp, followed by a popping fast sear to get some nice color. Whoa! Just like that, it should be good to go. Nice golden brown color. You can see some of those seeds in there. I mean, if you didn't tell me this was beaver, I think this was a perfect looking sausage, but that doesn't necessarily America or beaver control brisket, and this is what it looks like. Extremely thin, but it actually has a smoke ring. I believe we have the flat on the bottom, the seam of fat between, very thin stuff like that. Some slices at the point just to see what it looks like, but we'll have to see how it tastes. So that's what a beaver sounds like.
Spinning on their back and they're like,
An actual beaver. Let's start with control.
I feel like I just took a scoop of scum from the bottom of a swamp and shoved it in my mouth.
hot stuff. That's all I get. It's like licking the side of a really dirty fish.
Alright, well, let's move on to the non-control. I think you guys are going to do this. I love it. I love it.
Dude, I wasn't actually chicken sausage is horrible. It's so bad.
It's like the textures and then the herbs and then like you gotta punch the hot stuff.
Like ants and mice.
Negative G.
Exactly. And next up is llama brisket. So gamey. It's a concentrated grass bond flavor. It's hard to say what on here is the actual brisket. There's clearly many different cuts, covered by that thick layer of silver skin on both sides. I believe this is the brisket flat. We have the grain running this way, which changes over to some grain running that way, which I assume is the brisket point, but it is very difficult to even got a little llama hair on there. This exorbitantly thick layer of silver skin on the side. No matter what, I love this on. For our non-control, the spirit of llamas originating from South America, we're turning that into perhaps the best tasting thing popular from the region, empanadas. With all that silver skin removed, we're left with some beautiful meat. Now let's try empanadas. This llama appears to be incredibly lean. Ground up looks very similar. I learned how to make the greatest empanada of all time from my buddy Al from Argentina. You basically just cook down the vegetables, seasoning with a variety of flavorful ingredients, as browning up the meat, and continuing to layer on seasonings to try and cover up the questionable llama. We were adding tons of spices, but I'm telling you, it was a very intense BO. Okay, with it all cooked through, now we'll let it completely cool. Now let's assemble our llama, otherwise known as adding a healthy dollop of that filling to the wrapper, and sealing with this twist and folding technique, which leaves us with this picture perfect looking llama. To do this as authentically as possible, we're of course using lard or oil, gently adding those empanadas to fry until we achieve some perfect golden brown perfection. If there's anything that'll make llama taste good, it's gonna be this. So honestly, I'm feeling very optimistic. Let's check on our llama control brisket. Honestly, I'm not prepared for this. For one, it has an extremely potent, gamey smell to it. It's also extremely thin, very dry looking. Though I will say it does look nice, a beautiful mahogany color to it. It's like, no, that does not feel what I'm looking at. Most of it looks fine. That center area kind of reminds me of like a raw, dry aged steak. Aside from that, pretty nice looking smoke ring. We have a flat on the bottom, thin seam of fat, and a very small meat. Something tells me this won't be juicy. Definitely does not pass the bend test. It seems tender. But let's see what Kyle's feeling. Does it feel like the llama sounds like?
That's a lamb.
Two.
An actual llama sounds like this.
It actually just smells like trash.
to a brisket that I'm actually excited to cook. We got, and unlike the previous, you finally have some familiar looking muscles. I can clearly tell that this is super lean, flat, tiny fat cap over the top, essentially zero pork in there. But moving over here, there is a distinct beef section. You can definitely see some marble in there. So we have a control brisket all seasoned up, and we'll get it on the stove. And the recipe for this one actually starts. Full disclosure, I have never done this before. I have no idea if it's gonna work or taste good, but there's only one way. Just like that is the 48 hours. These berries have maintained their shape, but are completely dehydrated. It's a little bit tart, so good. And we'll not only will these provide a pop of color, but my thought is that the wild berries will pair well with the wild berries by themselves, but we shall see. Now we'll just add a bunch of raspberry dust on one side, followed by the raspberry dust on the other. You guys know the drill. Now we'll need a whole bunch of salt. And yes, this brisket is being cooked completely cooked. This water gives us that wet snow consistency. We'll lay down the first layer, a few herbs, that brisket, then pile on more of that salt. We want this completely sealed to hopefully season it well and keep it juicy. And into the oven. The elk is done, and I am dying to see the smile. Now, before we crack into this, you may have noticed that what we're slicing with is not your average knife, which brings us to the sponsor of today's video, Downstream. This brisket slicer is cut from a different steel. This is the slicer. The Scorpion Hellfire series from Dalstrong. Out of all their knives, this is actually my favorite. Look how clean these slices are. Zero resistance. Here's what's wild. Dalstrong went so big with this, they even had their own proprietary seal made, Japanese V12. That V12 course wrapped in 69 layers of Japanese steel with a scary sharp edge. Down below for a 10% discount. With that, all the skins. Am I going crazy? It's just like not even a The truth is, I may have let this cook a little longer than I should have. Because it hit 200 Fahrenheit very quickly, but didn't feel tender at all. So we'll have to see if there's any moisture in there, and if it's not. Then let's check on our elk control. To be honest, it kind of looks like the Millennium Falcon. And we'll slice it. I'm very excited because this one actually looks like a brisket, and it definitely seems juicy. Doesn't feel super tender, but it sort of passes the bend test. It's simply pulled apart. Not as tender as we'd like to see, so let's give it a taste.
Tastes like a Michelin star meal after the crap we were just eating.
Kind of reminds me of the chicken cooked in hay, like that earthy hay flavor. I get it.
Why is there no food? Why is there no...
That's a super
Man.
flavor. It is slightly unique. The issue is the tenderness.
It's also a little bit dry. I think it's not as fatty as the beef brisket.
That's why. That's why, chat. That's why.
The flavor is nice, though.
That's pretty good. Good job. Really get the herbs. I'm getting zero peppers.
I do think this one's a little bit too salty.
The big issue is that elk is very lean. It's very small. It'll never break down and get as tender and juicy as regular beef brisket.
Great as inedible as that. I think this is
Definitely some room for improvement, but it's good to see. Next
She needs to hurry up and leave.
This one is super crazy because it's clearly way longer than a regular brisket. You see
10 more
those
days.
long, lean muscle fibers in the flat right here. See how there's a decent amount of fat running through that. And then towards the front, we have the point running the opposite way, perpendicular, in a very similar way as a normal beef brisket. I have a very hard time believing this will stay juicy, especially this flat section is so thin. But we got to do this right and cook our yak control brisket exactly like we would a normal Texas barbecue brisket. So we'll get it on the stove. And for the non-control, we got something fun. We're turning it.
Nope. Done something like that.
Very difficult to slice through. I hope this jerky is going to be tender. The cool thing to see is we have a really long flap, way bigger than a normal beef one, and we also have that point right up here. So you can see it. And let's whip up. yak is smelling incredible. Tell all that flavor has deep. These are huge pieces of jerky, so just gonna kind of sneak them on here. It's been 6 hours, and our jerky should be done. To be honest, for some reason, this piece of jerky is
No self-control.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said this is tender. Is that how not tender this jerky is? No one makes me.
Bavarian Meat Snack Sticks. Great taste, zero sugar.
None. Obesity.
Photos with Apple Intelligence. Picture this. You're on a road trip and you capture an incredible photo of your friend. Only to realize there's a photobombing cone trying to steal the show. Let's get it out of there. Just tap the edit button, press clean up, and then circle to tap what needs to go. Just like that, road trip magic restored. And that's clean up in photos powered by Apple Intelligence.
A brand new Planet Fitness is opening near you. Join today and save $5 a month on our most popular membership, the PF Black Card.
And it's time for the yak control. There's a really nice looking bark to it, but it looks so different than beef. That reddish color to the fat, super unique. Visually, the cross section is definitely reminiscent of a beef brisket. There's clearly some decent moisture content in there. Not gonna lie, this does not seem to be very tender at all, but there's only one way to know for sure.
The problem is, I actually know what they sound like. Really?
No. A real yak sounds like this.
Dude, I feel like I'm in a yak.
It's musky, but it's not terrible.
I've eaten yak before. Not like a cow that's having a rough go at life.
Yeah.
A little bit worse all around, the flavor, the texture, but it's not terrible.
It's really the texture for me. It's almost like chewy, sinewy, gummy. I don't think I ever want to eat yak again.
You're going to have to because this is your yak jerky.
Oh gosh. It actually smells pretty good.
Oh my god.
I don't remember it being this tough. This isn't edible, unfortunately.
Like plastic.
The flavor of this little piece that I got off is fantastic.
Great flavor. Salty, a little bit sweet.
I just wish I could eat it.
It's like nice to just gnaw on, you know, for the flavor. Although jerky lollipop.
Almost really has to be.
I'm definitely going B on this one.
Tough start to this video.
Some of the worst taste testing we've ever done.
And we finally have ourselves a familiar animal. Next up is pork brisket. Interestingly, you can see how this side area almost looks like bacon. This is essentially what's connected to the belly, so that would make sense. Then over the top, we have the recognizable fat cap that's on top of the flat. It was sort of hard to find, but over here we do have that grain structure we're used to seeing on the thing. We'll get it all seasoned up. I'm interested in seeing why pork brisket isn't more popular, and on to the smoker. No idea if this is going to work, but the goal is to attempt to make pork brisket bacon. Going with the standard bacon brine here with kosher salt, pink curing salt.
That shit is crazy. Obesity. I wonder why there's nothing to eat.
It is time, chat, for the UK-US snack review to see which. It is time, chat, for the UK-US snack review to see which one is better. We're about to hop on with small fries here. What's up, guys? Welcome back yet again to a small fries Joe Bart collab. We are doing a UK, United Kingdom, versus US snack review. Small Fries here is from the United Kingdom. He's British. Yay or boo, depending on your own opinion. Okay, don't boo him. But what we're doing today is trading snacks. I sent him a bunch of UK snacks, or no, he sent me a bunch of UK snacks. I sent him a bunch of US snacks. Yeah, we're going to be reviewing. Well, yeah, bro, I went. I sent you a lot. You sent me, bro. It didn't fit in my bag, bro. I had a whole travel bag, and it didn't fit. I had to hold it like this.
Well, part of the problem was just the drinks that I sent you were they came in like 8 packs. So I had to like take them out and then put them in individually. I don't even remember. This is like giving somebody a present on Christmas Day for me because I don't remember what I sent you.
I didn't have a good look in the box. I kind of wanted to be like a surprise on the stream a little bit. I like opened it a little bit, have a look to make sure that it wasn't like I don't know pipe bomb. Like I opened it on stream. But no, I haven't looked at it. It's gonna be a surprise. We're gonna find out together. Can you tell us that about the
Yeah, because we have 2 different lists in which
we're gonna be two right. You wanna go first? Or should I?
Yeah, I can go first. Okay, so I have 4 images here that I will be ranking the snacks on. Number 1 would be an American eagle wearing a bald eagle wearing a top hat or some sort of British hat. That I like the snack so much that it can be sold in the United States. This is a very cheery drinking. This means that I enjoy the snack and I would eat it if I was in the UK. Moving down, we have a very sad British man. This means I did not like it.
You can tell he's British by the way that he is.
Yeah, by the way that he is, I can tell that he's British. And look how upsetting it is. Look how gloomy.
Exactly. So sad it was.
Yeah.
Terrible snacks.
And then this is the worst one. This is the worst one. So if I hold this up, that means I think this should be thrown in the garbage. I think I prompted ChatGPT to make a disheveled British man covered in dirt. And this is what it came up with. So
That is a disheveled British man covered in dirt, if I do say so myself. Okay. Let me go through mine. I have also 4. I matched it. Okay. I'm gonna start from the bottom. Actually, you started from the top. I'm gonna start from the bottom. We have at the bottom here. We have Prince Philip. This was him in the car. This indicates that I feel like this after eating the snack. Not very good. Very good. This is the bottom here. And then we have the second from bottom here. I thought it was Obama in a sad American costume, but I don't think that's Obama.
that's
And I
definitely
don't know
not,
if it's
that's definitely not Obama.
That's not. Well, it's a guy in a sad American costume. This is the America has not done its best. Second from the bottom here. That says is whatever.
Okay.
Then we have shout out to America, freedom, a snack that I would take from America and bring over here.
Am I wrong in saying that looks more like a seagull? Somewhat. It definitely is an eagle, but from that angle, it looks like a seagull.
I do believe it's legal. If anyone wants to fact check any zoo people,
But that means you like it.
that means I like that's second from the top. And the top tier is the queen tier. It's a shame that Liz was not here to try these snacks with me today. But this is the top tier. This is I loved it.
A spot, the queen having a spot of titty.
Spot of tea. Spot of tea. From Fitch. I have these behind me, so I'm gonna be putting the snacks where I feel like
Yes.
on this table behind me. So yes, I'll be
Up and down the road. Where?
I'll be up and down the road.
How are we going to conduct this? Should we both try, or should we alternate, or should we both try one at a time, share our opinions?
What do you think is best? What do you feel like?
I feel like we could both hold up ones that are obviously. You sent me a lot of different styles of snacks, and I sent you a lot of different styles of snacks. I was gonna say we could try our best to do ones that are in the same channel, maybe. And even if we can't, we could both hold up one, share our opinions about both. Like you would say what you think about mine, and I would say what I think about yours. So we try them.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I like that idea. So we'll start off with what do you? I don't want to start with the crisps or
chips. Sorry.
Okay.
Forgot I'm American for chips.
Let me see. There's a lot. Bro, I felt so bad because after I received Joe's package, I was like, damn, I really said it was. I forgot America do things in fucking metric tons. I said like a
Yeah,
little bit.
when you sent me these, some of them are like. I'll just start with this.
Okay.
This
Hold up.
is this like a regular serving size?
Yeah.
Ooh, let me get back on my game.
And then check. Hold on. And then look at this. Bro, this is huge. Quavers. Is there any food that's from the UK? What do you think about Quavers? Me personally, great. Amazing. You know what I'm saying? I expect.
Yeah, who in the UK is fucking with Quavers? Is this the best snack you've ever had? Honestly, they just look like off-brand Fritos.
No, bro. No, that's Quavers, bro. That's different, bro.
You're holding.
Walker is UK place.
Oh, those are the twists. Okay, chat, was that a bad choice? I tried to go more unique than regular Fritos, and those ones I think are the best outside of maybe chili cheese. I think those are great. Those are my favorite ones.
Okay.
All right, I tried to say French. Yeah, say
I just ate a whole bag of them, bro.
like what I would get at a grocery store. Exactly. Like if I went like that. So if you don't like it, I like that crunch. My stuff breaking down on this. All right.
One, two.
J.D. Power has ranked Nissan #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands. Get 0% APR for 60 months on the Nissan Pathfinder, Nissan Murano, Nissan Rogue.
What's up, guys? I want to introduce you to our sponsor, Carnivore. They're a beef protein isolate that changed the game as an alternative to whey and plant-based protein. So if you gotta have some lactose and gut issues, this is definitely the protein you guys want to use. We also have some slamming RTDs. Roger's drinking one right now. Tell us a little about that. Absolutely, guys. For me, it's taste. I've been drinking RTDs for 20 years. Been going to the gym 20 years. Carnivore is where it's at. This is the chocolate. I love chocolate. 0 grams of fat, 0 grams of sugar, 0 lactose, 0 gluten. If you have any lactose issues at all, this is where it's at. You know, it's like Carnivore today.
Yeah. These look how this is what I go. It looks like
If you want to make money while watching short dramas, use this app. Watch a large number of high-quality short dramas at will and automatically earn gold coins for each episode you watch. No need to recharge or pay for each episode. No upper limit. You will have the opportunity to get red envelopes when you log in. Directly transfer the money to your account.
Would
and
this
it will
be
arrive
those
within
for
1
one
minute.
person in America?
Watch dramas in your spare time every day.
Well, that's not a serving size.
What are you waiting for?
How many of those?
Hurry up and click
I
the
would
link
say
to
the
download
average
it.
American would probably eat half of that bag in a sitting. There's been times where I've seen people get a whole bag. That is this is like not that. This is like a little snack. This is like what Doritos does. Exactly. I'm a little This is good though. Honey barbecue, good flavor, great flavor. It reminds me of like you know the plain Dorito? Yeah. Like the crop, but it's like nacho chip. Yeah, the cornies of it. But with a little. I think the flavors are pretty good. You know, they're not blow my socks off good, but it's got a nice salt level. It's good. They're very airy. I wish there would be more in the bag, but I can't rank it off of that. I rank it off of flavor, not serving. Yeah, off of the food that we got. This is great. All right, feel this? This one's good. I like. Bro, I might put this. Does it get better than this? In your opinion? Oh, it gets better than this. Yeah. Chat, if you really way you put that in the top. Chat, I know this is the best. I could eat it. If I would just rank those on like an A, like just a base tier maker tier list, I'd put those like. What? I think there's better snacks than Fritos barbecue. know I see so many games. But I don't know what your flavor profile. You know what's look at that. I'm already that either all gonna be salty or they're all gonna be wrong. And I think I'll put anything that I. The money is already in my PayPal account. This app is legit, guys. You definitely got to download it. Probably this. Sit down and I will finish those. That is good. Joe? Okay. All right.
Bro, I did that. Nah.
I don't know if you like it. I don't know, like, what. Yeah, after like 4 or 5 snacks, I'll probably know what you enjoy. Okay. Yeah. I mean, based on me playing Viva Ezio, what do you think? I don't know. That's a candy versus a chip.
Oh yeah, free ads.
Let's see. Oh, this one. Okay. Going into this, I don't want to be biased. I'm not a fan of white chocolate. I don't feel like it. It's fake chocolate. What even is white chocolate? What is it made? I think it's just milk. I think it's just milk. There's actually no chocolate. But that's why I respect the UK for saying call this Milky Bar because there's no chocolate. It just has cocoa butter. It still has cocoa butter. Okay, are you ready? What do you didn't think it'd be right? Yeah, cheers. Damn. It's very chewy.
Bro, I was not expecting that. Oh my god. You go first. I'm gonna ponder a little bit.
It's better than most white chocolate I've had. They don't lie when they say delicious and smooth and creamy. Okay. Now,
They didn't lie.
I would still enjoy white chocolate, or not white chocolate. I would still enjoy regular chocolate or dark chocolate specifically more. But this isn't bad. It's also sticking to my teeth, like here, in my gums.
Yeah.
Which is normally bad, but when it's candy, it's good because then you kind of enjoy that flavor for an extended period of time. I don't know. I like the cheese crisps more, but I don't think it's sad British man.
So like same tier, but like lower on the same.
I feel like it would be a mixture of the two, but I would lean towards Happy British man because I did like it. But I do have a bias for white chocolate specifically. That's bad. Like, I didn't know that.
But as far as white chocolate goes, where would it go? Like it's ranking only on white chocolate.
If I'm ranking different types of chocolate, I think dark chocolate, like specifically like 85% like cacao, cocoa, has milk chocolate, C tier, and then white chocolate. Bro, but this was probably like a high C, low D. This was, I did like it. It's hard to not like something that's sweet.
Yeah. I feel very similar about this.
Swedish fish are
It's
ass.
I like it. The mouth is very and yeah, it sticks everywhere in my mouth. It's like I could not eat a bag of this. I couldn't do it. I could eat a few.
Well, I don't know if any of my chatters do this, but I would eat Swedish fish at a movie theater sometimes. I will suck on them. For a while. Yeah, balls. I'll suck on them for a while. Like, I won't just I won't consume them in a very fast pace. I'll just kind of like,
I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of question marks, but
Yeah.
I might just be you.
but it's good because then you get the flavor still, and you're not like, you get to savor it longer.
Yeah. That
That's
makes
also
sense.
the style.
When it comes to these Swedish fish, though, taste-wise, I like it. I will. No, I'm not gonna put it up to you. It's like,
Well, you just said you didn't like the texture.
I did like the texture. No, I didn't like it, but it's a. I don't know. I'm not having that
Becomes
sticks to your
annoying.
mouth. Exactly. After like 5 of them, I don't want to eat it. Like it's all. But taste-wise, it's good, and it's not too sweet. Does that make sense? I feel like some sweets that are too sweet, but you can't finish it. But I definitely like those more. I feel like I'm even more. I'm moving further.
Off the table.
Almost by the way, chat, I wasn't able to send Joe drinks because when I tried to post them, they almost like tackled me in the office. They were like, "You're sending a drink to the US? No!"
But I ordered. Do you want to do a drink?
Yeah, let's do a drink.
I ordered this because this was one of the drinks that you were gonna send me.
Yes.
Ribena.
Ribena. But is that you need to water with it.
Why?
Yeah, it's you need to mix it with water. That's or else. You know what? You could try drink it without if you want to do that. But
What do you mean I need to mix it with water?
as you got a cup of water,
It's just
and then
chips.
No. Hey, Joe. Hey.
What
If
is
you want to drink it, no, it's from concentrate, so it's really you have to dilute it a little bit. No, a lot.
Could I
It's like
pour it in my mouth and then drink water?
you could do that. You could do that.
Oh, why does it smell?
What? Hey, I just said that, hey, bro. Yeah.
You know, it smells like
Joe-
like mush fruits.
So sticky. Wait.
Oh God, you just lagged.
You hold on. I'm about it. Hello.
Yo, you're dead.
Am I allowed to? Joe allowed.
I did send him Kool-Aid. Don't say racist. It's chat. It's a American. He also told me he never tried Kool-Aid. It's not racist that I sent him Kool-Aid.
I got. I don't know what happened. Oh, he's getting a glass of water. Okay. So, Jen, does anyone know why Joe decided to send me Kool-Aid? I'm gonna ask him about that. That's kind of like an interesting choice. There's a lot of drinks in the U.S., bro. I don't know why. Like, I do. I don't know, man. There's a lot of drinks. He decided to. Oh, here he is. Let's ask him back.
You're back.
Yeah, I am back. Monica shut my Wi-Fi off. It's a thing. So, that's like a really interesting choice of drink. I'm gonna explain what the bullshit.
Okay, I chose Kool-Aid. And keep in mind, I chose a specific bottle because those bottles were something that I think many Americans consume when they're kids, and it's a nostalgic thing. I used to drink those all the time at the pool. I used to drink those in the summer when it was hot out. And I got the red flavor. Because I think that's the best one. But a lot of people like blue more.
Okay, now that was your only like reason. Like,
Yes, it's not because you're black.
oh, okay. No. Oh shit. Let me get one. You know what's funny?
How much do I dilute? It looks like jizz.
Nah, bro. Trust me. You know what you should do? Drink it. Okay, that's good. And then fill the rest of it with water. Really? How the fuck do I drink? Chad, would you guys believe if I told you I've never had Kool-Aid in my life? No.
They're all saying that.
Bro, I never. How the fuck do you open this?
Hold the two sides, like this. You hold it like this, like your thumb on the
Right.
top and two sides, and then twist.
Like, oh.
You break it up.
Okay.
And then it's
Right.
just like a little.
Nice.
How much? I feel like that.
Yeah. I mean, some people like it stronger. Some people like it a little weaker. So you have to find your balance.
What is this made of?
It's black currant juice, which is what's black currant, like a bunch of different kind of berries. Like, I like it.
Is this
I
good
like
for
it.
you?
Oh yeah.
People in the UK love it.
People in the UK love Ribena. This is actually a recommendation from my chef. But if you don't like it, try adding a little bit. Alright, cheers.
It just looks like cranberry. But it's not as bitter.
How do you open this again? Oh yeah.
We're at Malibu Apothecary. We design signature scents that are destination inspired. Fragrance is really the backbone of any of the business we do for our customers who come in. We take them in on a line, having that experience or help them get my budget
Listen, Bruce good.
She's overdosing.
Carrying the lock zone. You could save a life.
No, that's good. Bro, that's so much sugar. That's so much sugar.
I mean, it's cool, I guess. Like, it's aight. Type shit.
What flavor? Is that fruit punch? I think the rest is fruit punch.
Let me see. Tropical punch. Oh, it's an artificial flavor. Oh, right. Add actual fruit in it. I mean, that's what I thought that juice was. I'm gonna go first. What is it?
It's just like a sugar drink. It's like soda. It's not juice. I don't think there's any juice in Kool-Aid. Is there juice in Kool-Aid, Chad? You can get like a powdered Kool-Aid that you mix with water.
No, it's not juice. Excuse me, powder. Well,
This is good.
it's not bad, right? It's not bad, right? Try drinking without with no water. See what if your ranking changes.
I will say with water.
Oh, very good. Nice. Yeah, you take like a swig. So,
You gotta keep in mind, in the United States we consume so much sugar. That's just like
no, you're
I could just drink that. It's not good. It's not as good, but I could just drink once.
I could not, bro. That would poison me. That would poison me, bro. Any predictions on where I could put this? On where I think I could put this? No, genuinely though, like all joking aside, it is good. Obviously, I do like it. In terms of drinks that we have here, I'm trying to think on like if I'm going to go get a drink,
What's like something like? Do they have like sugary drinks in the UK that are just like juice flavored but not juice?
I mean, like in terms of the juice that I drink, especially when I'm home, I would just go out and get like apple juice. Like, you know, then I don't really have, I don't know, is there any like sugar shit like this? Fanta, but that's more like a soda though. That's like
Yeah.
I know it's not really the same. I don't know, but I'm gonna swap. Well,
You would like those?
I did. Very cool. Very cool. Thanks, Joe.
I'm good with that random.
Random? Okay. My box is here. I'm just gonna open it. Random. Okay. I don't know. It is Chester's. What?
Oh, yeah. I couldn't find hot fries, chat, so I sent those because I think those are like basically the same exact thing. I would say they're
the off-brand version.
No, I wouldn't even say those are the off-brand versions, just two different companies, because those are made by the same people that make Cheetos. Hot
Right.
fries and like Chester hot sticks are like the same. Yeah, some people think those are better.
They're better. Oh, okay. Okay. I wish I had
Those
both.
are hot fries. Yeah, but there's a brand that's just titled hot fries. Too.
Yeah, it's just brandy.
Fried toast.
Bourbon. I'm blushing. I'm blushing a little bit. Oh my god. I think I'm hot, Joe. Oh wait, let me see. Balls of dough. Now those
Are
are
these cookies?
it's like well, way fewer of cookies, but they're cookies, like chocolate cookies. They are so bro. That's like a staple of British food, bro. I'm gonna be honest. British snacks, like oh god, no. Okay. Okay.
Do you like
I
spicy
don't like
food?
God, what?
Spicy food.
Do I
Those
like
are spicy.
spicy? That's
They're not okay. They're not that spicy, but those are spicy.
Okay. I can appreciate spice.
Bro, they look like Teddy Grahams. It smells like Teddy Grahams.
And what Teddy
project because I saw this and I just had to keep going. $2, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50. In the last 15 minutes, I've made $25.2.
Now,
go make money!
Friends who want to make money do not miss it. Download this game through this video. You have a chance to receive a $30 bonus. No top-up, no withdrawal limit. All the bonuses will be withdrawn to your account.
like, it's just, I don't know. It's just nothing but spicy. You know what I'm saying? It's like nothing but spicy.
And you gotta keep in mind, half of my audience would eat an entire bag of those at like 7 in the morning.
See, now we're gonna have a bubble. Yo,
Or
go,
like
go, go,
Cheetos, Takis.
As in, you're talking about on the school bus, on the way to school.
So on the way to school or in first
full
period,
bag of
in first period, they're macking a bag. Like a whole
That is crazy.
no
that is
water, and they're chunking. Just inhaling, and then they're gonna eat more. Bro, I saw it every day. That's like this, like the classic, like high schooler food is hot Cheetos, hot fries, Takis.
So it's like, hold on, so like a day-to-day routine. You wake up in the morning, brush your teeth, shower, do whatever, get ready for school, grab your bag of Chester's hot fries, and just down them, like, munch the whole thing. And then go for school.
When I was a junior in high school, I was talking to this one girl that loved hot Cheetos so much that when we would hang out, she would get a whole bag of them and eat all of them in like 20 minutes. Not like, bro, like a whole, but not like a small bag, like like almost like a family-sized bag.
You know what I want to do? I want to go to America and like spectate mode and just like see what's
Just
going
how
on.
and watch people.
Just watch people like
You gotta go to Disney World and not even go on rides and just watch how people
watch people, bro. Take notes and y'all be in the corner like taking notes. No, but these are okay. These are like bang in the middle. Like they're not bad, but they're not.
Yeah, I will agree that I would opt for. I didn't give you Takis because they're technically not American snack. Have you ever had them now?
Takis? I don't believe so. No.
Those, I think Takis are better than hot fries, but hot fries are something that people eat all the time. So
yeah, in the middle. That's a big deal. Yeah, right in the middle.
I don't know. I feel like I like hot fries more than hot Cheetos, and I like Takis more than all of them. Ooh, I like what from Doritos. Chad knows what I'm talking about. I don't know if
Dynamite.
Look, if you have dynamite in that bag.
I guess I just hate being called a liar. So I'm gonna show you some more proof.
It's like a
Here's my bank account. Here it is. Here's my account. Here's my total balance. And here's the balance I have yet to deposit in that account. I've been doing it for 5 months and I've made $430,000.
Just got $2,000 in my bank account.
Yeah.
Okay, it's so easy. I'm gonna show you how I did it.
Come on, bro.
Free to download games. Earn $500 to $300 for every 10 to 20 minutes of gameplay. It provides free games every day, so you don't need to spend any money. That's it. Literally, that's all you have to do.
Wait, where do you get all this money?
Just download this app. You can win up to $300 per game.
I get over $2,000 in my bank account because I've stopped going to casinos.
At the same time when we get to them, and then I'll just rank and whatever my favorite
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't know how spicy.
Now them are good.
If you've played 10 hours of video games a week in the last 5 years, this could apply. Nothing's guaranteed, but if you've ever wondered if video game habits have ever impacted your life, then you should probably check this out. Go to flameshero.io and see if you're eligible to be a part of it. They're building a case and it's moving fast. I just
The
found out.
Minecraft movie? I've not seen it yet. Right?
These are gonna
Yo, bro. What? Wait, really? Really?
Yeah. Oh my god, the tang.
Hey, there we go. We have not a single bit of doubt. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest though. You have, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. What is that? Oh, is that the lime? No.
I don't think I've ever had Doritos Flamas, but I was trying to find something that was like a spicy alternative to like Takis.
It's like
A lot of people eat those.
Why? No, I'm gonna go on.
Also, Monster Munch, 10 out of 10, the best snack that I've had thus far. That seasoning is fucking amazing.
That's the thing, bro. You would hear pickled onions and you would think, ugh, babe. But the Joe Boss stamp of approval. Yeah, neither that. I don't know whose idea that was to make those. Please retire. I'm gonna drink some water.
You didn't like them that much?
No.
What do you rate them out of 10?
I would give it. I think I'd give it.
You be the type to eat ass, bro. Stop playing.
Like if someone to 12 hours or like 14 times, so I would have one, but I would never buy it. Yeah, if anyone like those, like if you're gonna go with soft drinks, I'm eating them. No way.
But if you've ever
Yes.
wondered if video game habits have ever impacted your life, then you should probably check this out. Go to ClaimsHero.io and see if you're eligible to be a part of it. They're building a case in
Sweet chili is red. Here we have red. Sweet chili or kind of cheesy, like the natural one. No, that's what I want.
Is this just the other flavor of what was the one that I just had?
With chocolate.
So this is different.
This is different. Now I'm gonna give you a little bit of a long. I'm gonna give you a bit of a long one, bro. When I was in high school, I loved those biscuits so much. I changed my Snapchat and Instagram username to Custard Cream Kids because I loved them so much. I was like, those are my favorite.
Hey, is this the top thing that you set me in your mind?
Yes. In my.
So you're gonna be pissed if I hate that.
I'll crash out, bro. I'm gonna start screaming, bro. Okay, that being said, since you're trying my favorite, what is your favorite thing that you
I was gonna say, because you have more drinks, do Dr. Pepper. Oh, that is I would say that's one of my favorite sodas.
It's not on.
They sell that in the UK.
They do, but it's American soda, they're British soda. So it's gonna be,
Mom told me not to turn the air on.
so this is a small can. Dr. Pepper.
That's a mini can. Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's not a regular size can in the US.
Wait, hold on. I've got a regular UK can. I'm gonna compare them. Hold on. Wait.
That's a mini. They have mini, then they have regular, then they have bottle.
Oh, my headphones came on. Come on. Wait. So this is a small in the US. Yes. This is like.
Oh, that's a regular can?
Yeah. This is like your standard.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like a regular soda can be basically the same thing on the left. I think it is just fatter. I don't know. But that does look tiny.
Wait, what's the it's gonna be in milliliters. Someone convert it. How many is it? 330 milliliters. Oh wait, okay. So this is 221 milliliters.
Yeah.
Okay. It is
regular one would be around this. Okay.
Alright. Let me try this Dr. Pepper. Yo, please
Mustard,
I will
mustard cream.
And I have
Toasty.
Dr. Pepper. Alright.
You don't like it.
You know,
It tastes like cough medicine.
genuinely, I have been, well, when it comes to the UK anyway, a Dr. Pepper hater for the longest time. Genuinely. But I despise Dr. Pepper. If anyone told me I like Dr. Pepper, I would spit on Dr. You know what I'm saying? But I changed my mind. I'm not even trolling. This is good. This is
You're
really
telling me
good.
UK Dr. Pepper is different from regular Dr. Pepper.
Yes, I hate Dr. Pepper. I've been a no Dr. Pepper hater.
Whoa.
On how much I hate Dr. Pepper. But this, yo, this
I don't
is
mean
good.
to. I don't mean to rain on the parade. The Toasties was a sad.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper's ass, bro. This sucks. This is bullshit, bro.
Bro.
No, you don't like it?
They're fucking basic. They're like, if I could go in between, did it taste bad? No, but it would be in between these two. Because it was like a 5. It was just a straight 5. There's nothing that stands out to me about it. There's probably 10 off-brand. It tastes like a worse vanilla Oreo. For the US viewers, it tastes like a worse vanilla Oreo. Like, it crumbled more, and it just had a weird, like,
Bro, that's like
sugar
another state. Bro, I'm telling you, picture this scene. I need you to close your eyes, Andrew. Okay? But maybe this will help.
You want me to close my eyes?
I need you to close your eyes. I'm gonna paint you a picture, right? You come home after a long day of work, right? You take your
Am I British?
jacket off. You are British, yes.
I'm British in this hypothetical, okay?
You're British. You're British. So
Had a
the sky's
long
a little
day.
gray.
Can't
It's
wait to
raining
go
outside.
home and play some Fortnite. Pretty hungry.
Right? You go into your living room, take your shoes off, take your jacket off, hang it up. You make yourself a nice cup of tea, PG tips, right? Premium. Okay? I've already milk. You had 2 to 3 sugars. I like 3. And then you come home, you sit down. You know when you're really tired, you sit down, right? And you take a sip of tea, and you have one of those custard creams.
Yeah, also, problem that I need to, UK package is so why is there no
You have the red
sleeves?
line. How do you open it?
I just fucking no, look, because if you eat Oreos, it's like they're sleeves of plastic, and this is just like, they just mounted a bunch of these together and just stuffed it in a plastic bag. That everything just falls out when you open. How do you close this? Why is there no pull tab?
You know, I don't close them because I'm usually thinking on it. That's my.
You would eat this whole thing.
I swear I would. Bro, I promise I would. In Morrison's, they have like Morrison's like a supermarket. They have those like double the size, bro. In my prime, like lockdown, I have like 4 of those, bro.
Well, it's weird. There's only like 8 ingredients on this. Normally I'm used to like 130. Why are there no chemicals? Why do I understand what I'm reading?
Why are these fucking ingredients? What? Doesn't have plutonium in it? Crazy. Why?
Mitosis.
No, but genuinely though, America, you go. I'm gonna put this. Yeah. I'll put this.
Below Swedish.
I like it more above the two.
Okay.
Yeah. That's where I put it. That's where I put it.
I'm gonna try a staple from the Yogg's Cast brew, and I heard about these since I was a kid. I always wanted to try one.
Jaffa cakes.
Ooh.
Now, there is a reason I didn't send you Jaffa cakes. I'm gonna tell you. I hate Jaffa cakes. Listen, no one. I don't know, bro.
I thought they were cakes. They're cookies.
Oh, that's a. You'll get cancer, bro. You gotta be careful. Okay.
Are
You
they?
gotta be
What
careful.
are they?
Are they
soft? Oh, they're spongy.
Yeah. It's like a debate. Are they cakes or are they cookies? And if you're on the wrong side, you will get.
Oh no, they're squishy.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna be hard.
One fried Chips Ahoy.
Ooh.
Chips Ahoy. Do I need milk with these?
Fire. No.
No?
If you like milk with your cookies, well, I like those more. I didn't send you the soft baked ones. I sent you the hard ones because I think the soft ones taste very chemically.
Right.
And from the US, I don't enjoy them. So
It tastes chemically.
yeah, they taste like chemicals because they have to put artificial stuff in them to make them stay soft for extended periods of time. And I like the hard ones more. I don't like the chewies.
Crunchy cookies are hard.
This looks really good.
Hey man, we'll see. I think it.
like fruit. Ew.
Oh yeah, it's orange. It's orange chocolate.
It tastes like the center of a Tootsie Pop on like an orange Tootsie Pop. Like I'm eating literally an orange lollipop. Those are disgusting. There's like that orange.
Yeah.
It's like a melted orange lollipop that they just like mush.
5 million users are
It's
already
so bad. I hate
Now
that.
it's your turn.
The other part of it's really good. Like if they just got rid of the orange shit and just had this is like a different variety. Why did they add orange? That's so fucking weird. You know, and that Dogs Cast guy hyped that up all the time. It's like, oh, chocolate cakes. $8 of them.
It's like it's one of the people either love them as the best they ever had, or hate them. I'm on the hater side. I think so. But you know what?
Oh, making that money. No.
Yeah. Valid. I'm on your side with it, bro. I'm on your side. I'm gonna put these. The thing is, yeah, like that. I'll bet. I've had that.
Yeah, but
Oh, storage.
shitload of them. It's like, okay, well,
It's recycling.
and see, that's a good. What you see the production of that? Full tab. With the gun,
yeah,
it holds back.
extra points for the. You can like close it, place
Oh
it
my
back.
God! You opened it. Why did you open it like that?
How did I open it? What?
You see the lift thing? Hold the lift thing. No, hold the lift thing. It says lift on it.
Where is the list?
On the left. Right there. No, down. Down. Right where your hand is. And you just pull that. And you don't need to open it. Yeah, and then it has a sticky bit, and you just close it.
Like reseal it?
Yeah, and then it keeps it airtight. So then you don't have to.
And he's like, what the fuck?
Box. Why? They don't have that in the UK. There's no way they don't have that.
Bro, genuinely, I thought he was opening it right. I was like, oh, no.
I mean, it doesn't matter, but it's like that's the best thing. I love that
About it. Yeah, it's so. And then you know what? I'm bringing that to you. I'm gonna tell people about this and make shit of money. I'm putting this right. Here's a little bit of. I think I like it just about it.
Want to earn free digital currency?
Here's the oil. I'll make that
Your location data helps you earn free digital currency. Over 5 million users are already earning.
There's
Now
definitely
it's your
better. I'd
turn.
say there's even better
Download
cookies
Coin
than
today and
US hats. I think Chick-fil-A is just like a staple that people
Like the
eat.
standard one? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like you never go wrong with the Chips Ahoy.
Question: if you were to make your own snack, what would you make it? Like, well, company comes to you like, yo, we want the Joe Bot idea. We're gonna make a new snack. What do we make it?
I would make tasty cakes. I would make them not as unhealthy. And then
Tasty cakes. Did you send me tasty cakes?
yes, I sent you some not taste. I think I sent you Hostess, which is almost the same thing. I would make like little mini cakes, but not that wheat brownies. Oh, if I can sell anything, yeah, I would sell like wheat brownies for sure. Like wheat brownies, wheat gummies. Oh, that's a honey bun. Yeah, try that next. Yeah, you need to try that.
Honey bun?
That's like a cinnamon
I'll
bun.
have this next.
I used to have a friend in high school that would eat one of those every day, and he would buy two to save one for later. And I remember knowing which pocket of his backpack that he would put it in. And so, and this is like fucked up, but we would randomly be in class, and we would have to be paying attention. Everybody's quiet, and I would just kick the shit out of the pocket in the bag, and it would like smush it and pop open the packaging, and he'd be so angry, but he couldn't say anything because we had to pay attention.
That's
Mid quiz, I would just go boom and just kick it, and you'd go, dude, fuck you, and you get so mad.
Bro, that's fucked up. Having a designated pocket for your honey bun is great. That is good.
I used to put pizza in my backpack.
You should what?
Pizza in my backpack. Oh, I'm gonna try these next.
Oh, Hulu's those pretty cool. Pizza.
I'll just taste one of each flavor. But yeah, no, I used to have pizza in my backpack so I could hide it in the ceiling in science.
What the fuck? Bro, we were about to looking in the cafeteria, you get like sniped on the phone. What happened? This is how am I meant to eat this?
Whatever way you want. I would not get it on my fingers. Alright, I'm gonna try one of each of these. It's salt and vinegar, original, and cheese and onion.
Okay, nice. Nice. Oh yeah, they are crunchy. They are very crunchy. Polar opposite from the other thing. Take a bite of this. Oh. Okay. Yeah, this is an experience. This was an experience. I'm going through waves at the moment. Let me take another bite.
These are the best ones out of the three.
Okay. Cheese and onion?
Yeah, cheese and onion. I think that the texture is like an overcooked Frito.
Right.
They're really hard. Like, I can hear myself chewing so loudly, but they are good.
I'm analyzing.
You don't like the honey bun?
No, I do. It's like, no, I've had it's like that, but then there's like a wave of honey that comes after. It's nice. It's like a bro. This is good.
I'm changing my
This is
rating to
good.
this for the hula hoops because these are like.
Oh, nice. Yeah, bro. You know what you get to do, bro? When I was young, you get like 10 of them and put them on your fingers and just put your fingers, bro. That's like.
Dude, it's like
These
when
are
they
good.
collapse, it's satisfying. Like that.
The crunch, yeah. I'm gonna put these. I'm gonna put these after another bite. Yo, are these healthy?
No.
I'll put these right next to the toy, right between. That's pretty good.
Those are so
That's
bad.
pretty good. What did you rate the hula hoops?
The best. The best. Eagle with the top hat. I would say they're like a 9 out of 10. I still think the Monster Munch was more enjoyable.
I'm very impressed.
That is very good. I'm gonna try these. I think we're like
Curly Wurlies?
curly whirly.
Yeah, Curly Wurlies, man. Curly Wurlies.
Is this considered a candy?
Yeah, it's like a chocolate bar. Yeah.
And it comes in
I
many.
think
They're like they look like cow tails.
Yeah, I got you like a shattered one. What are cheeses? Are these like crackers?
Oh, Cheez-Its?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just
So cheesy
cheese.
crackers?
I would say they're cheese crackers. My whole chat saying curly whirlies are ass.
What?
What are they? It just looks like chocolate and like caramel.
Yeah. And that's the best combo, bro. I had mid. Yeah, what do you guys say about Cheez-Its?
Cheez-Its are. I just got you the original ones. I think there's better flavors.
Oh, I'm
with
slow.
Cheez-Its, but if you've never had them, I think the original is what you kind of need to.
Yeah, like the introduction, like you just stop and then walk your way. Okay. Do I have to have two at a time or I can have one?
No, Cheez-Its are a snack where you could eat. Cheez-Its is the one snack where there's no designated amount. There's a clip
Right,
of Jeremy saying Cheez-Its. It's like you can eat 1, you can eat 40. You don't count your Cheez-Its. You just eat them until you don't want to eat them anymore.
Right, okay. Alright. I'm gonna try my
He's gonna claim.
That's a lot of caramel.
Oh god. Warning, bro. Warning, bro.
Bro, I thought it would be more chocolate.
How do you feel about caramel?
It's good, but it's so much.
There's too much?
I'm trying to chew this.
I'm gonna get controversial here.
You don't like those?
These are not good. These are not. They're not. No, they're not.
What
good.
don't
I'll
you
give it
like
that.
about them? They're very basic.
It's basic, but I bet the cheese doesn't taste like cheese, bro. It tastes like something trying to emulate cheese.
Yeah. If I ask,
Damn. Well, no, the bottom tastes like the bottom.
it's too much caramel. No, I understand. I don't think it's that bad of a take for you to say you're not a fan of Cheez-Its. I think
No,
not.
bro. This is like. Yeah. That no.
Wow, second to last.
I'm in between these two, bro. This is it's like I don't know. It's like it's stronger than cheese. Like if you were told to make cheese without using cheese, that's what it would taste like. And then it's like not for me, bro.
Now,
Do you want to make $10,000 a day? Give me 30.
literally like an off-brand
This is the side hustle that you can do at night, so it's perfect for all the parents out there because you can do it after the kids go to sleep. All you need is a phone and Wi-Fi. Let me show you how.
Tired of spending hours watching dramas without getting anything in return? Here's a game changer. Download this amazing app now and get paid while binge watching your favorite dramas. Yes, you heard it right. You get cash for every minute you watch. No hidden fees, no subscriptions required. It's completely free to join and start earning. With a vast library of thousands of titles, from the latest blockbusters to timeless classics, there's always something for everyone. Plus, enjoy exclusive limited time rewards and daily cashback offers just for watching. No strings attached. Unlike other platforms where you pay for watching years, you're the one getting paid. It's a win-win situation. So, what are you waiting for?
Okay.
You could put them in the toaster and do them in a long come back, but that's really up to you. I got you the original strawberry flavor because I think that's kind of an introductory one. I think there's better flavors like s'mores or chat what's the other ones? Cinnamon. They have a cinnamon one that's really good. Yeah, the strawberry ones are kind of bland, but they're also just what people think of. What?
You can have a frozen. Is that you can have a frozen on the back because you get the light.
Yeah, you might be able to. I've never had a frozen Pop-Tart before.
That I don't. Why would you? Is it like a dessert? Like when would you eat a Pop-Tart?
Breakfast today.
No, you're frozen.
I'm saying it's probably breakfast. You probably have a Pop-Tart to start your day. But they're really a whenever snack. But kids, like they market them heavily for like children when they wake up. Like if you're a busy parent, you make a good Pop-Tart.
Bro, breakfast is meant to be like toast or I don't know, like some.
Yeah,